Greetings and welcome to Protest TV. We are going to go live to UCLA where they are clashing, pro-Hamas, pro-Israel sides clashing. They've been at it all night long. We probably should have started this show about 3 hours ago, but here we go.
Here we go.
No matter what, you're just not listening.
Yeah, a couple different angles we can pop up.
So some people,
You can see the police have been moving in now.
I know.
They camped there about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, maybe.
they're faculty, that's why.
Really?
Yeah, it was about 1 o'clock in the morning their time, 4 our time, when they showed up.
Yeah.
Guys, let us know how the audio is going. We're just kind of like jumping into this.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I remember the police showed up at 4 o'clock.
So they're just all lining up
remember?
now. They've been gathering for a while, yeah. But what's been happening all night long is that these guys up front. Well, here's another shot of the cops here, a little bit wider shot. There's this encampment. See it in the background? These are all like they have plyboard and they have barriers here they've stolen. And they've put up this encampment. They've got these
sheriffs are here as well.
these pop-up tents here in the front, these easy ups, right? And then they're all holding the rails and the boards up there, and then there's tents behind that, and it goes all the way around, right?
Yeah.
And so this group is on the other side. That you don't see them now; they've cleared out. All night long, they've been running up there and grabbing these boards from them, and then pulling the railings, and they've been fighting over it. A little kind of like, I mean, there was never like a full-on thing. It was always just a little bit at a time. It was kind of odd. But yeah, man, all kinds of folks running around here. We got 89 watching on X and 4 on YouTube. How you doing, guys? We got
Hey, Murph, how you doing?
Hey, Murph, Turf, what's up?
Hey, Jason. Why is
All right, first one in. Yeah, we sprung this one up. We didn't tell anybody it was happening.
It's my understanding.
We decided to go
Because
for
we've
it,
been
but-
awake all night watching it.
Good, I'm good.
right?
How are you?
And we were like, well, when's it gonna get?
We started with the Columbia University one.
Is it? Or are you okay? That's what I thought. I was like, I think we just go out.
I got like an hour of Star Wars and then this shit.
But then, right as we were kind of like winding down, this thing sprung up, and like there were no cops there at first. It was just a free for all. But it wasn't like, Max, what's up, dude? I was gonna send you a link. I thought you might be awake.
Hey, Max. Oh yeah.
Join in the fun. So good to see you, buddy.
You want me to lower this a little?
You can lower it a little bit. Let's see. All right, yeah. So they had all kinds of things going on, but they keep taking like little pieces away at a time, right? But they wouldn't they would never go do it all at once and like keep it repetitive, right?
Miss Bass.
This is in the crowd. There's the wide shot. There's the encampment behind there.
New York, and she made a call
Right?
for
Right here.
somebody to
See
stop
the
fighting.
plywood?
Somebody to go in.
Yeah,
and
see the
stop fighting.
plywood,
At least the violence.
the
has
easy
stopped at this
ups,
point.
and then there's the
There's no
the
violence,
metal
so that's
barriers
good.
right there.
Now, there's
Somehow they got
LED there.
a ton of these
I don't
things.
think there's enough.
They've been ripping them away all night long. See,
But I don't know if
and
they're
they
clearing the
come up
campsite.
with more. I don't know where they're getting it from. In the
By
crowd.
the way, yeah. Those police officers that are in the khaki, those are chips. They're the California Highway Patrol.
Yep. Ponch
But
and
they
John.
have, the
retired.
sheriff's there.
That's where they would be.
They have the sheriff's department there. They have the LAPD is there. Nowhere nearly as intimidating as the New York Police Department tonight.
Yeah, they took care of business. What was that doing? Oh yeah, yeah. So they're all just kind of like gathering here, getting ready to make the big move. We got a couple different angles here going. We got on the ground coverage.
It really was amazing though to watch them, the back and forth, and to hear people who were filming their take on it was ridiculous. They're like, oh,
Right.
this is obviously one-sided. Meanwhile, one side comes out and taunts the other. Then the other side comes out and taunts the other. It was not one-sided in any way, shape, or form.
I'm pretty sure class is canceled. The one in New York, they were at Columbia. They were like, "Man, we're trying to study for finals," and like literally, they were getting locked in dorms they don't even belong to. They can't get back to their stuff. Like, a lot of collateral damage to other people, like in their time and their ability to function normally. But they don't care because they have to worry about a war halfway around the world that doesn't involve us.
That's another one, though. But Columbia University tonight, all the reports I see from mainstream media says that there was police brutality. There was no police brutality. That was the calmest arrest I think I've ever seen in my life.
They had their shit together, man. They were like,
they didn't even make noise.
They didn't even try to go through the front door. They went through the windows on the second floor.
Yep. But there was no police brutality. They were like, this show of force. What, you mean Law and Order?
Right. And I also hope it's
that's just volume on that end.
You notice they sent chips in first, right? Because you always send the cannon fodder first.
Yep. It doesn't matter. We have to hear it. What's a better shot?
I feel bad. There's a girl in the front that's like 4 feet tall. I know they gave you a nice little face shield, but I don't think that's going to be enough.
Right. And there were some characters out there earlier.
Oh, yeah.
It's changed now because the cops are now in the middle of it. But I mean, forever, it was just like this big gap. And they kept pushing them back and pushing them back. They kept moving back in I guess they were getting to a better strategic position, I guess, or whatever. I don't know.
I guess they're figuring out who's going to go first.
Right there.
Right.
Somebody threw a bottle of silly string at me.
A bottle of silly string.
They were using bear mace, spraying bear mace into each other, throwing bottles at one another, hitting each other with sticks. There were fist fights. It was ridiculous. And the cops are like, nope, we're back here.
Yeah. And they got there a while ago. They've been just regrouping for a minute.
They're not there for crowd control. They're there to empty the encampment.
I guess there's some kind of mixed debate on that, but I'm pretty sure that, because look, they're facing out. They're not going towards it. They're not. I don't know what they're gonna do. Like the guys who are they're trying to take the encampment down first. They were more than willing to give way to the cops. They went back when the cops arrived and they were praising them and
yeah,
I think they sang a song to them or something. I don't know, but they were like, go and get them,
412. That was at 412. I said, how long before they turn on the cops? In less than 5 minutes.
No, they're just like they just want them to do something, I'm sure.
Went from praising them to be like and just went and did their thing.
They kind of went back to it a little bit. But then they were like, this camera is like didn't have the better picture, but
let's switch over. What is he doing? I hate his commentary.
Yeah, his commentary sucks. He thinks that the that the people that came there to take down the encampment were the ones starting everything, but it was definitely mutual. But I mean, what do you expect? This is the thing. You put up a barrier, you take over a campus, and then you dare someone to come do something about it, right? Well, I mean, what do you expect? Yes, it's coming.
I think alien stuff died. It's dying. He's recording. He's like, you got to target. He's still going. He's still going. I don't know if he's live, but he's still recording.
Yeah, so they've been behind that wall chanting that storm up all night long. They have about three or four different ones down the line. Okay, they've got the handcuffs handy. They're ready to do something. I don't wonder what they're gonna do because like they're totally facing the wrong way. They don't need to worry about anybody else or the people behind that wall right there. Everybody else is like, yeah, we're just been waiting for you guys to show up and do something.
It's a little much, guys. It's a
lot of people. Now, the reason why I called this protest TV is because back in the day, I think he's got an NWA shirt on. Speaking of back in the day, the Luke Wardowski and Tim Pool and a bunch of these people, they used to go and put on gear like this guy has right here, right? They weren't quite that done up, but they would have like the battery packs and they'd be ready to go all day long, right? See, he has the backpack here. He's got all his equipment in there. He's got his extra batteries. He got his internet connection, his Wi-Fi, all that stuff. So that's what they used to do. They were some of the first people to do it. And they would just stream on YouTube all day long from like the G20 summit meetings, and there'd be protests at all these places. So they used to just go around to different protests and get in the crowd like these guys are doing right here, right? They get in there and you'd be there all day long. You'd go through the big pushes, and they were on the side of the protest there. They just in the middle of it filming it, and it was usually one directional. This is a two-directional.
He actually mentioned that yesterday. He said he hasn't been to a protest in about 6 years.
Yeah, it was. I called it protest
like,
TV.
We used to go. He was excited about it.
Yeah, no. If I ever met Luke Wardowski, that's the first thing I talked to him about. Because I used to watch it. You could watch it all day long. It was interesting, and I was like watching for a lot of different reasons. I was like, what are you seeing in there, man? Like, what's the tactics? What's going on? Who's doing what? And that's when you started seeing like Antifa used to be called Black Bloc, right? And so that was like you'd see the early stages of Antifa forming in these places, but you'd also see the agitators and the feds in the crowd too, trying to agitate things. And they were always like, there was always a bunch of group of people there was always some people there that were trying to escalate.
There's the professor that I swear is high. He's off to the left.
Is that guy still wandering around? He's right there.
Yep, still wandering around.
We've been seeing this dude wander around for hours.
Looking like he's lost. I tell Winning, if he's messed up, tomorrow's going to be a bad day for him when he wakes up. It's going to be like, did that really happen?
Shout out to my cousin, Chasing Reality, for filming this. So we're getting this. Keep it in the family, right? So shout out to Chasing Reality. He's chasing it, I'm winning it. I always give him a hard time about that, but we're still family.
As you are invested.
Hey man, if you're out there on X, man, please give me a follow. I do the good work. You'll enjoy the content. And as the summer of extra love kicks off, I'm sure we'll be doing a lot more protest TVs, especially if I can get good footage like this. This one was good. We should have started a couple hours ago, honestly, but I think it's the action's gonna ramp back up here very quickly.
Yeah,
because we're on about hour 2 of the cops being there. Hey Latine, what's up? Hey, hold on, I got something for you.
Hey Latine,
I got something for you. Don't go anywhere. Where's it at? You said you have Discord now. Last time I caught that when you were leaving, but I did not get a chance to say something before that. I caught it right as I ended the show. So let me copy this, and I'm gonna put it in the chat. Oh, I mean, I didn't even start this. Start my YouTube side monitoring here. No, I forgot. I forgot
the Rumble. Thank you.
Oh, cool, awesome. All right, so on the YouTube side, I'm gonna drop you a link to my Discord. There it is. So just join my Discord, and then we can communicate. And if you still want to have me or need me to come on for whatever it was before, just let me know. And we'll work that out, and we'll get it going on.
And if you are tuning in on Twitter, make sure you hit that follow. And if you could hit that like and repost, much appreciated. Same thing on YouTube and Rumble.
Yeah. Check out my YouTube channel because they are training my subs and they got me shadow banned. So it's hard for me to add a lot of people. People got to find me. They got to figure it out or I got to run into them. But big help would be a big help. I'm going to drop the link to this stream because they're trying to take me back down below. I've been working hard all these years. That's just the way it goes. It's the fight. You got to fight. Let's see. I'm going to put this over there on X in the comments. Thank you for that comment. Hold on. Is this it? I got to refresh. All right. There we go. All right. I'm dropping the
again. Go ahead.
I'm dropping the YouTube link in the comments here.
Sweet. Again, we're watching the feed from Chasing Reality, and we're switching between that and another dude named Film the Police LA. That's the other one. So shout out
That's
to
this
them
one right
too.
here. That's the one with the lesser picture quality.
Yeah.
And then this is the one. This is
To be fair,
my
he's
cousin.
on his second phone of the night.
Yep, that is the second one. Yeah, and this is my cousin Chasing Reality.
Oh, but look at this.
Yeah, I guess that pushing up too.
The lines of police.
It's gonna get good. We'll see if they can. We're going to compare to see if they can do it as well as the New York City police officers.
There's no way.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
New
tough.
York,
It's tough
this is the
for-
shit they train for.
Yeah. You know, I watched an interesting documentary the other night on the riots of New York, like the history of it. Very, very interesting stuff.
Did you ask through the whole thing, where are the police? Because they weren't out. They were not. They're like, nope. They were in the precinct behind bars. They literally put bars up. Look at all of them.
The cops are there.
And it goes all around.
And they're moving back the people.
Media.
The media. Especially media. That's mostly who's there is media.
All right.
I'm looking around and I only see a few people up front that look like they are.
If you go to the other feed, you'll see where all the cops are. They're lining the sidewalk.
There we go. Now, these are the what?
Why I do this, right? Because
these are not highway patrol.
No, that's got to be LAPD.
LAPD.
Regular
These guys
LAPD.
More pictures you add to it of these cops,
well,
the
they're
more effective
handling of riots
we run the facial
over
recognition.
the years. All right.
Man, this commentator, he's so anti-police. I mean, I get it, but bro, they're right in front of you.
Yeah.
And you're at a riot. How about you shut up in case you need one of them? That would be the, intelligent thing to do. He's been bad mouthing them, calling them assholes to their faces. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
I can see. I know. I can see it. It's not
no need to be aggressive. All they did is point.
Is this guy getting thrown out? Is he leaving? Like, yeah, this guy's definitely. Well, he's from the police, man. So he's definitely like cop hater.
Maybe he's just doing the perimeter to show how many there are.
But he seems
that's what he's doing. He's walking the line.
He said he's been doing this for like three or 4 years, maybe longer. He's probably been doing this for a long time. I don't know. I didn't see his stats, but something's going on over here.
Making me dizzy is what he's doing.
Another angle. They better not. They better let us like see them do their action. Like get in there and pull. Go to town here. I don't know if they're trying to. What side of the crowd they're trying to control? It looks like they're. The encampment's back here. It's in the back here. These guys are facing this way. That's a good sign. They're going in. It's like, okay, party's over, kids. Oh no, it's behind them. They're guarding it. Man, that's irritating. What we were looking at was probably all the stuff that they had pulled away.
Lori left from risk management. Now he's over at West Bureau.
Yeah, there's a good look at the.
Still yelling.
Look at that. When they came in and they're basically protecting this mess.
It looks like
here.
they're protecting the quad. That's it. His feed is over.
Oh, it is? Is he done?
Yeah, he's going to his car.
Oh, he is. You want to find another one?
Yeah, I'll find another one.
All right. We got another one coming up here for you. We can find some someone who knows exactly what the plan is here.
He's saying they're about to fight.
They are?
Okay. I don't know. I mean, this guy hasn't called it right once this night.
Yeah, he hadn't. We were gonna watch this to its conclusion, so we figured we might as well jump online and watch it with everybody else. And like I said, protest TV was the thing back in the day, man. It's like you can sit there and just jump around between 2, 3, 4 different people that were there and just see it from a lot of different angles. Never have to be there, but just be like, I wonder what it's about. I wonder people are like that are there. Like, what's it like on the ground? Because usually most people only get to see the news clips, right? The spun version, the narrativized version. I think I made that word up. And and you know, they don't get to see the raw version of it. I used to always watch these things raw, so I'd get a better idea of what was going on there. What was the police tactics? What was the surveillance tactics? What was the protester tactics? Who were the good guys in the crowd, the bad guys in the crowd? Who were, you can learn a lot just by watching these kind of things from a distance here.
I'm looking.
She's looking. How's it going out there, everybody? Early morning sunrise coming up. Well, I saw Max for a second.
I know, right?
He was here for a second. See, look, there he is.
All right, let's go exploring.
Jeff Bojar. Solid. Just chilling at work while I watch various streams of this coverage. Awesome, dude. Happy you're here. Thanks for stopping by and saying hey. Yeah, we got a couple of different feeds we're working with here. I guess you've been watching. You kind of are up on what's going on.
Somebody's phone.
And look at all that stuff.
Somebody's wallet. Now that's all cleared out.
Look at all this stuff. Oh, dang, no doubt. Yeah, I got a lot of those people coming back.
Pockets tight, man. Things fall out.
Yeah, there's not a lot that I could find that isn't mainstream media, and you'll get struck real quick with them.
Yeah, I'm out of Arizona, so I've thought about hitting up ASU to see if the action here for myself. Is something going down there? Is ASU going off? Is every college campus doing this, and we're just seeing like some major ones, or okay, disrupting higher education. Okay, I mean it's kind of ridiculous, man. It really is. I don't understand how this is supposed to do anything. Like they're gonna do this at college, and we're gonna change our mind, and we're gonna do what they say. They're gonna become the dictators of foreign policy. I mean, not that I agree with much of our foreign policy, but I certainly don't want it dictated by rowdy mobs at college campuses. But yeah, if you go out, do you go out there and film yourself, Jeff? Do you go out there and would you go out there and get in the crowd? And the ASU has been popping off since last week, I believe. 70+ students arrested, and they didn't accomplish a single damn thing, right? They never do. They never do. It's just such optic theater, And these kids don't know, man. I mean, earlier, just listening to these people talk back and forth was like, it's just mind control on display here. And like you see how people can be so committed to this. There's no real cause here. There's only destabilization, right? There's only destabilization. It's just, most of them aren't even sure why they're there or what they're doing. But they've been chanting free Palestine for freaking hours now. So believe me, they believe it. They believe it. They feel like they're on a mission from God right now. I stream vidya on Twitch, so I probably just run a mobile Twitch stream if anything's happening. Right on. I still have a Twitch account. I haven't been there in forever, but I would show it if you're in the crowd doing it. Just let me know. Like protest TV is cool, man. If there's gonna be a bunch of protests going on like this year, people are in the crowd. I might do some pop streams, especially if they're decent. If this one was good earlier, I'm hoping that they're going to go in. But look at this dude, man. Is he a college student? He looks a lot older than a college student, but maybe it's just me.
Maybe he's one of those late bloomers. Doubt it, but
he's got the commie glasses on and the afro. He's like straight out of the 70s or something, man.
Hmm.
I mean, he's like the stereotypical, like, throwback. He's probably going for the throwback look.
Yeah, you're not gonna get another feed on this right now because it's all mainstream. That's all it's showing me.
I don't care. There'll be one or something. There'll be something. I mean, this isn't bad coverage.
No, this is good. All the other shots are aerial shots, just showing the cops far away still. Like, there are cops all filling like the parking lots nearby, casually parking their cars. So they're still arriving. I'm looking at about 50 who just pulled up.
Yeah, that's probably the case for most of the guys who are there streaming. I mean, it's for the one dude we happen to find. This, most people are like, this is ridiculous. Grand Risings, Lady Autumn Sky. How are you doing?
Hi, lady.
The Grand Risings out in look, they're getting their wrist locks, their twist, their zip tie cuffs ready. Listen to what they're saying. They're saying the Students United would never be defeated. I'm pretty sure that's not the record. What do you guys want to do next? We did that.
Time for new chant. Yay!
Drum circle. It's like, oh no.
I have such a headache from that damn chanting.
Like when I said I wanted to go to drum circle, I've been at one of the fun ones, not.
Oh, hey, Jeff. Sorry, I was busy looking for another feed.
All right. Okay, you guys did it. Now go home.
I mean, for real, because I'd go to bed. It'd be great.
I'd be like,
suffice to say there will be no coffee and chaos at 9:30 because I have been up all night doing this.
Oh, they're getting their plastic jewelry when we take it to jail. Yeah, we hope so. They're kind of like the cops are like, I mean, they're all barricaded in there, so they're not doing anything yet.
But they said the same thing about New York too, because New York was standing there. The cops were standing there for like an hour and a half, and then when they finally got everything in place, they all went at once. They were like, "Oh,
is it the mission, or did they get called out because of the conflicts that were happening? Like, are they just being called out there to stop the pro-Israel side from pulling down the encampment?" I mean,
I don't know.
Honestly, everybody should be out there pulling down the encampment. I didn't understand why they were piddling around with it. I mean, I have no idea why they're piddling around with it.
It's been such a joy to make this. I just can't wait for the audience to know more about him. He's smart. He's funny. Do you think this is a higher priority than preventing a temporal meltdown?
Probably not.
To do the victory dance.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Max Mira.
Hey, Max.
How are you? Max.
Hey,
how you doing?
Can you hear me?
Doing great. Yeah, I hear you good. Okay. Looking at a helicopter right now. We're watching some protest TV.
Oh, so this is UCLA.
Yep.
UCLA. Okay.
We've been watching it since it was mostly peaceful.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
that deteriorated quickly.
Should warn you. I think you should strive to always they're always mostly peaceful protesters. This summer, I think, will be this. Instead of Antifa, Black Lives Matter, Occupy Wall Street, it's going to be this death to Jews and free Palestine. And I mean, think about the progress you've made. I mean, There actually were people at Charlottesville chanting slogans like, representing the far right. They're chanting things like "Jews will not replace us." Now you have the extreme left, and now you have the extreme fascist right. They have common ground. How great is that?
Oh, God.
Right? I know.
Yeah. I mean, 2 weeks ago they were celebrating, the 135th anniversary of that artist from Austria, and it's the 100th anniversary of his book, Mein Kampf. It was written in 1924 when he was in prison. So I mean, I'm not kidding. Not all, but a lot of them. There's been a revival of interest in that man from Austria and his works and everything else. They're not even they're not even trying to be coy about it to say, no, we're not anti-Semitic, or no, we're they're pretty well thinking, well, 6 million wasn't enough. They're really, yeah. And I think that's going to be this summer. That's
They really got rid of everybody.
The music stopped, the party's over. It's now just a mess.
Oh yeah, it's final solution here.
They pushed them back.
Yeah,
they cleared the clock.
What comes next?
I don't know.
I
don't know, because they're all wound really tight.
Don't they have bulldozers? No, it's kind of messy, but.
All right, no. What's up? How you doing, man?
So what do you guys want to see?
Legal mindset. Yeah, I'd love to have one.
On the dudes in the encampment.
When's the last time we talked to Jeff? To legal mindset.
To Andrew? Oh,
it's full.
Andrew, yeah.
People just lined up.
No, I was. I popped into his live last night. It was like 3 a.m. So.
Right on.
Some of them been going poop and bucket.
And then he pointed out, he goes, "You've totally been owned, Max, because I saw that clip of you getting your face slapped, and it was glorious, and you'll never be able to," which was funny. Yeah.
Robot Max, that was great.
I can infiltrate the encampment.
No, there was a clip that Josh showed when we
at
went
the
to
muscle bar.
Muscle bar. Yeah. And so,
I was sleeping.
Oh. But he put the clip of the robot.
Yeah, he put the clip of the robot
on the travel. Oh, yeah, I think he'll do more. Yeah.
So
it was cute. It made me happy.
My grandmother is a Holocaust survivor. I am going to go see her next weekend for Grandma's Day. I'm so excited.
So, I mean, look.
But I kept my emotions out of this.
I would, in May 30th. Oh, so this is May 1st here in Tokyo right now. It's not yet May 1st, but May 30th will be the. I can't do math so well.
Nice.
It will be. What is it? 48th anniversary of the Tel Aviv Lod airport massacre.
Oh.
So that was May 30th, 1976, and you had, I can't remember, 3 or 4, maybe 5. Now, Japanese Red Army terrorists. They went down and they killed 24 people and they injured 76 people. They took out these Czech semi-automatics with the buttstocks removed, and they just started firing indiscriminately at people. So remember, this is a Japanese Red Army, and they're looking to.
Oh, this guy's still arguing. He was one of the main friggin' agitators.
Yeah, he's one of the indoctrinators, I think.
Egging people on.
Hey, Shelly, check out the private chat. I sent you another link for a different camera angle.
Oh, cool. This is neat.
Where are they going now? Are they going home?
No.
Are they going towards it or away from it? It's kind of hard to tell sometimes.
Look at the way they're walking. They look like
they got the riot shields.
If they were going to something, I think their posture would be a little bit more, I don't know, forward. They look like they're going on break.
The big screen.
Oh, no.
Did he get a picture?
The wrong one.
Man, as long as they're there, they should go ahead and clear that camp out. I mean, they've already got them out there. They're already paying them to be there. They got to do something useful. I mean, pushing away the people who wanted to get out of the way isn't really doing anything.
So today or tomorrow is the Socialist International Workers' Day. Is May Day, you know?
May Day. That's right.
Yeah, which is
there you go.
Either May 1st or it's the first Monday. So, anyways, this is the Marxist. This is when, the same year that Adolf Hitler was born in 1889. This is when the Marxist International Socialist Congress, they met in Paris and they established the Second International. This is a
busy time of year.
They said we need to adopt this resolution for a great international demonstration, in support of working class demands for an 8-hour day. So that's why May 1st.
Wow.
Okay, but there's other things going on, which is not just based on socialist movements, right?
Right.
If I'm Catholic, so that's also
me too.
May 1st is also Saint Joseph the Worker. He's the patron saint. Saint Joe
Saint Joseph's April's Day. Yep.
Yeah, patron saint of workers and craftsmen. Yeah. So let's see.
So they're all just going to stand there and guard the campus, so nobody can get on there.
Like they have too many people there to do that.
Yeah.
And those protesters are like, well, what are you doing? Like, we're out here. What's going on?
Right.
Are they going to walk them out of town? Like, if you go to the other one, they're moving forward.
There we go. Something's happening here. It's a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. China, it's also a national holiday, May 1st. And also, I think North Korea is International Workers' Day. So, the countries
it's also the pagan day.
The traditions of socialism.
May Day.
Yeah.
Beltane.
Yep. What are you guys doing, man?
Where they got the Easter bunnies and the eggs from, the fertility.
They should be rolling in there any second.
No, they're just standing there with their
can't be there all night.
baggy butt pants.
Yeah, they have to do. Something has to happen.
This. Nothing. That's a travesty that all that went on and they're just gonna leave them there.
No, I think you find a way so that it, the way those guys in khaki uniforms are walking, where they were chips, right? So you saw they had flex cuffs, and they were kind of walking casually to a place, just like. I think one of the things you do is to separate other people. You prevent other people from going inside, and if they need supplies and things like that, you cut that off. And I think time's on their side,
Yeah.
Because these people can stand there. We're going to be here forever, but what time is it over there now? It's like what is it? Is it midnight or?
No, it's 4:00 in the morning.
Oh, good. Okay, and so they're going to get.
They might be waiting for sunup.
Sure.
It's harder to get the jump on them in the daylight.
and you also so they're all feeling really good, but I think these cops could do this longer without losing their shit than these kids. So
yeah,
do it now and then
you hope. Yeah. You hope. That's the hope. There's always one wacko.
They lack discipline.
They do. They lack discipline, but
they lack discipline.
Earlier,
look at I. Hey,
I'll roll.
They're going to be.
Earlier they would just go in and take little pieces at a time. They wouldn't actually go and just everybody. I was like, they need to get one piece off, 3 pieces off or 4 pieces off a minute, to really make a dent into what they had.
Yeah, they were taking 3-4 minute breaks in between.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they wouldn't
and
like
it's
that.
Oh, good, give them time to shore it up all over again.
I would have been barking out commands like, "You guys got to get out! Come on, let's get the move on here. What's everybody doing?"
Very football. Go, 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 go.
Sorry, my mic might have been a little loud there. I just, for some reason, when I
Hey,
start
you're
up a
right.
stream, I gotta remember to check my audio because it goes way up there for some reason. It's like the default. It's like way high.
Weird.
You guys in the crowd, let me know if it's right. Yeah, I know. I've been noticing that. I'm trying to make sure that I don't blast.
Mm.
But yeah, every time I've been going in, it's been like super. It's been way up there. So,
Hey,
I might
Daisy.
remember. That
She
Daisy
snuck
girl
in
Williams?
there.
Where? Oh, look at her.
Yeah, she snuck in.
She's
Bad
on the
girl.
ground. These guys are doing this. This guy's doing this. That's my cousin chasing reality.
He's chasing grass right now.
Yep. Look, everybody's all chill again.
Hell yeah.
And that's demoralizing because those guys did a lot of work to try to pull that thing down earlier. Right?
Mhm.
And then they backed off when the cops got there long before the cops ever walked out to the area.
We're not at war.
Lady Awesome. I was Catholic till the age of reason.
I'm so
Just out of school.
so. Oh, I can't see all these people. I thought UCLA was like. Oh, okay.
Man, this thing like nosedived in terms of excitement. It was like a lot of
It did. It was so like it was so good to go.
Yeah, because before they got it was just two groups against each other.
Oh, look, the girl has a UCLA sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that stands for?
What?
You see a lot of Asians. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
I haven't seen one. Not one.
No, there was one guy there that was working the camera.
Oh,
in British parlance, if you're Indian subcontinent, in British English, Asians are also those from the Indian subcontinent.
Like her.
Yeah, Asians.
Asians? I know the only guy who looked like he was a Brit was the one that was walking around staring at his hands, talking to himself like, "Where am I? What am I doing?" I was like, "There's no way he didn't do a hit of LSD or something."
He was there for his visit weekend before he started school there next year or something.
He was seeing colors.
He's just walking around circles like, "Wow, this party's great, dude."
Or University of there's another one for UCLA. University of Caucasians lost among Asians, you know.
I like that one.
We're gonna watch them.
So that one guy left as soon as he's like, "Oh man, this is dead. I'm going home. I'm going to my car." It's like, are they still up? Stop with that! Oh my goodness, when they do that.
Well, I was I don't know for sure, but when I was looking at the articles covering all the campuses across the U.S. that have protests and sit-ins, I don't know if they have one for Georgetown University. Maybe not.
I don't know.
But, you know, Georgetown, if they're not doing it, they said, don't worry. We're going to wait till May 25th, and we're going to change our name, you know, to George Floyd University.
There you go.
Floyd, you know,
there you go.
Okay, look.
Well, the problem with them protesting now is school's over in a week. So if they don't have summer classes, where you going to go? You ain't going to go nowhere. You got nobody and nobody cares.
It's okay. They don't have a
job. I know.
You get internships. Don't you know anything about America? You know, look,
George
Soros. He's even better than George Floyd. He's
the sugar daddy.
So some of his the NGOs that he's funding are you have paid organizers. So I figure, yeah, you'd be what was Obama? He called himself a community organizer, right?
Oh yeah,
there's good money in that.
Yeah. They called riot rousers.
Yeah.
what they should be called.
You know, it's ironic here in Tokyo. The Obama's former chief of staff, Rahm Emanuel, the former mayor of Chicago, was a former Illinois congressman.
Mhm.
So he's been kind of pushing for like LGBT and everything in Japan.
How's it
Anyways,
going?
he's a U.S. ambassador to Japan. So
We're sorry
earlier
about that.
on, when the with the Russia-Ukraine war broke out, he invited Ukrainian refugees to reside at the U.S. ambassador's residence in Tokyo. Okay, so, but here's the thing. The question is, if he's opening up the United States ambassador's residence in Tokyo to Ukrainian refugees,
God,
there's a very good reason, personally, why you won't see him opening up to Palestinian refugees. You see, Rahm's father was one of the Israeli pioneers. He was in the 1948 King David Hotel bombing. They killed British, and so he also, his current biography denies it. He claims he was during 91. He actually worked for IDF. He was in a forward Israeli army operating base in the border with Lebanon. Right, that's what you do. But when he realized,
like you do,
not just as a congressman, but especially as chief of staff, that sort of activity would get him barred from that level of clearance, security clearance. His bio now says, no, he absolutely did not work for the IDF in 91 during the Iraq War. He was a part-time volunteer in a library as a civilian, strictly. And then you check, okay, where was he volunteering? Oh, in a forward operating base. Yeah. So that's what. Yeah, I'm just thinking for if he wants to be consistent with his bosses and his administration, then and I hate this sort of pandering, but yeah, he would. I wouldn't advise it. I wouldn't like it as. But he would. Why not? You know, I'm just saying facetiously. Open up his official residence to Palestinians.
Yeah. I mean, talk. If you're going to talk the talk, walk the walk.
But this is, and obviously not. He's he's. Yeah, so kind of what's old is new again is, or what's new is old is just like with the Japanese extreme left back in 1976 when the Japanese Red Army was getting its start with its terrorist activities. It wasn't necessarily even though their aims were to throw over the Japanese monarchy and everything else. Their initial terrorist acts where they killed the most people was working with the Palestinians, and they flew over to Israel and they killed. Actually, I would say they killed maybe in what is the Tel Aviv Lod. It's called the Tel Aviv Lod Lod Airport massacre, where 24 people were killed. It's now Tel Aviv Airport, I think.
Well, they're efficient.
24 were killed, 76 were injured, but there were only 8 Israelis who were killed. There was a huge bunch of pilgrims there were American citizens of Puerto Rico, or and they
like
were
missionaries.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so their names were like Gonzalez and Martinez and Lopez, and they were killed. And there was maybe one Canadian. I don't know, but their aim was to actually, calling a spade. Their aim was to kill as many Jews as possible. And there was some crossfire. So one of the Japanese terrorists was killed, probably because there was a lot of
back and forth,
flagging their own, They just kind of opened up and did a kind of a pray and spray.
Dang.
And so now,
know
so
that.
when you think about this, one of the guys is still alive. He's like maybe in his late 80s or 90s, and he's been given permanent whatever refuge in Lebanon.
Oh, they all go to Lebanon.
I always thought, hey, maybe they're just being nice, kind, but they should just go out and just. Every year he honors he honors the event, not the victims, but he takes pay.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they should go find him and just kill him, even if he's old. You go, okay, there you go, buddy.
There you go. There's your honor.
Go with God.
Mm-hmm. Godspeed.
Here.
Godspeed, Crispy. What's funny?
Someone throw Max's link in the chat. You guys make sure you subscribe to Max Mura. He's got great content.
Hey, Zeddy, what's up?
Oh,
What?
Zeddy. Hi.
We haven't been to
Yeah.
bed yet.
Oh, really? I have.
Winning and I have been on Riot Watch.
Oh, it's like 8:07 p.m. here in Tokyo, so it's
Oh,
May 1st is finished right now. Yeah.
yeah. It's 7 a.m. where I'm at, and where Winning's at.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's. Oh, you know what I just tried this week?
What
What's
happened?
that?
A new drug. Well, it's an old drug.
Mhm.
I tried
I want a new drug.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah,
Quaalude?
Huey Lewis and no, it's you can't get Zyn. Zyn. It's the tobacco-less nicotine pouches, right?
Oh, okay.
But you can get something called Velo here. British American Tobacco makes it, so it actually has tobacco leaf. You can't taste it, but basically, it's not your old smokeless tobacco. It's not like Skulls. I remember, remember the Skulls. You'd get tons of spit.
Oh
right?
yeah.
And
Oh
so
yeah.
for a long time, the Swedes, they were kind of clever. They had something called snus, and it was these little pouches based on tobacco, but for some reason, I still don't know why, they give you the nicotine, but they wouldn't give you the all that spit. And so they,
Huh.
so I realized, I thought, wow, that's a lot of like the Zyn. They're really taking off because the Zyn doesn't have any tobacco in it. Remember how they're saying that cigarettes are bad and nicotine is a terrible thing? It turns out most of the carcinogens, the aldehydes, the acetaldehyde, the formaldehyde, and other carcinogens are from the tobacco, the tar, right? But the nicotine in itself, yeah, it has its, but it's not carcinogenic. So, anyway,
Your lips to God's ears.
So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try this and quickly go down the path of tolerance, dependency, and addiction. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. It right now I've tried it maybe 3 times.
You don't like it?
You're supposed to stick it in your gum, between your chicken gum, for like 30 minutes. But I'm almost like I'm getting sick. It's way too much.
You're getting grossed out by it.
And then the second time I did it for 15 minutes and I spat it out. And today I only did it for 10 minutes and I got woozy. So I realized I gotta just stick it in for 5 minutes. This will only hurt just a little
so
while.
many jokes
I'll only
there.
stick the tip of it in. I promise I'll never come in your mouth. The 3 Biggest Lies. That was David Allen Coe. I think. Yeah. So, but
I love
guess,
you, Max.
So if I now I figured, okay, if it's the stuff they sell in Japan is maybe 6 milligrams, so I just need to put it for like 5 minutes or whatever, spit it out. But it is a kind of it's a good, yeah.
Born in MLS.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, just saying hi to chat.
It's a
Lady Awesome said she enjoys the whole pomp and circumstance of it all when it comes to cigarettes.
Dun, 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 dun,
We're kind of
That's
wondering what's
habit
going on
part.
here.
That's
you know
her,
what?
that's her
Pomp and
people repellent.
Is it?
I have a question for you now.
I don't know if they're gonna take out the crowd or take out the.
Oh yeah, in England they sing that bum 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 bum. America we use it for graduation, but in the UK they sing this song. It's called "Land of Hope and Glory." It's a really great song.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they tend to do things proper. We bastardize everything. Hey, Kaiwan, what's up?
Actually, "Land of Hope and Glory" would almost be as kind of a second unofficial national anthem for the UK. I think. I don't know, but maybe there's some words in there that are offensive to, I don't know, certain groups. No idea.
If we were only on Rumble, I'd say let it fly.
So look at those white things. They're not lassos. Those are flexicuffs, right? They all got flexicuffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, they're zip ties. You're like a hairless chihuahua.
You're like what?
He said you're like a hairless chihuahua. Oh, good God. First of all, I've never seen a chihuahua with a ton of hair. Never in my life.
Who's saying that? Protesters saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now they move the gates out there.
I isn't it
This is so weird that they're building a perimeter to like protect the encampment. I can't.
Right? Very disappointing.
I think that guy should be sanctioned for hate speech. The hairless chihuahua, because it's really insensitive. Because I'm trying to be, I need a job. I want to be a DEI officer. Diversity, equity, inclusion. So I would say
you're too smart
hey,
for
buddy,
that.
It's 4 days until Cinco de Mayo, and you say this very insensitive thing. Yeah.
I feel you were targeting somebody.
Yeah.
Tu quiero Taco Bell?
Yeah. Now you have to eat Taco Bell. No, you have to eat.
Yep.
Do they still have that? What, Jack's? Do they still have Jack's? Jack in the Box? Yeah.
Oh, that's West Coast, I think.
Yeah. They are West Coast, right?
Yeah, no, I'm East Coast.
Yeah, they have to.
Hey, guys, go over to Scott's channel, Chasing Reality with Scott Lane on OS.
There should be no limit, ZD.
But eating at
I'm not
Taco
seeing
Bell,
anything.
when they make their new stuff, they're just kind of, it's like Lego. Taco Bell is like the Lego of Mexican food, Mexican American fast food. We take the beans, we put the burrito, we turn it around, we call it something else, and no, seriously, that's what they're coming up with. It's kind of a mix and match.
Oh God!
You could almost do that. I think that's the way Chipotle kind of did it. It's more like Chipotle is like an upscaled IKEA, kind of building it.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're not wrong.
But I heard Taco Bell, their prices went up. They had to jack their prices up.
Oh wow!
It was like you could get like 2 tacos for like freaking $1 or something like that. That was a long time ago.
I know. That used to be the way of it. MLS said, who is protesting and what are they protesting? It's the pro-Israelis trying to take down the camp of the pro-Palestinians, and they were throwing hands and throwing wood and throwing gates and water and bear mace and like
it was a long time.
It was really wild. Huh?
No, somebody put Jack in the Box. Okay, I didn't know Monterey Jack.
It was a long time before the cops got there. Where it was just the two sides. And then we thought when the cops got there, they were going to go after the encampment, but it turns out they're doing.
It's not a real fight. They didn't have knives out. They didn't use
fire. They didn't use fire.
Yeah, there was no fire.
Yeah. Well,
I even heard somebody say the cops will do something when the fire starts.
They're
They
trying
ain't
to be
doing
carbon
shit.
neutral. Okay.
Hold on.
They're not even in formation anymore. They're just like standing around bullshitting. Bro, anything can happen. Be on alert. Do your job. Let's go.
Yeah. See.
At least be lined up to look authoritative.
What are the
Everybody covering their face.
what are the pro-Israeli? I know what they're saying. They're saying Passover is over, bitches. Now you're gonna get it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, yesterday they wouldn't let Jewish students in to go to classes or to go to the library or to go to like the commissary or whatever.
Oh.
And somebody filmed it, of course, and now it's a whole
How
thing.
do they figure out who's Jewish? Oh, I know.
They wouldn't let him in.
No, you get a yellow star. That's how you know. What? Some of these ideas, they're just practical. Don't hate.
I know.
No, I'm not being anti-Semitic or anything. I'm just
No. I know.
When you have cases like in the UK, I think what some cop told this Jewish guy, like, you look openly Jewish, like openly Jewish, like openly gay.
I don't get that. It's like I mean, how do you know somebody's openly Jewish? Are they walking down the street with like the yarmulke and the matzah in their hand?
I don't know if
like,
this is good on this channel, but you know that
can't just point at somebody and say, "Hey, you're Catholic."
Well, okay, yeah, in America they used to do circumcision regardless, but in Europe, anyways.
Well, I mean, if you're walking around with that out, you got more problems than just somebody calling you out.
You know, it's a little bit of Asian spirituality. Hang out with your wang out. Yeah.
Oh God.
Rock out with your cock out.
See, but that doesn't stand anymore because now most males that are born in the United States are circumcised.
Yeah. If it doesn't stand, you take a Viagra or Cialis.
There you go. Or you crush it up and put it in his food so he don't know it.
No, you know
allegedly.
Nowadays, since 2007, if you are a man over 40 and certainly over 50, there's an increasing chance you have something called it sounds like a K-pop group. It's called BPH. Is it BPH? Benign prostrate hypertrophy. So it's like a slightly enlarged prostrate gland.
Are you gonna get struck for this music?
No. So 2007, what they did was the FDA approved small doses of Cialis, which is tadalafil. So this is the thing. This is the good chance if you're over 50, there's a good maybe 50% chance that you have BPH. You know, doesn't mean you have prostate cancer. You probably have a slightly enlarged prostate. So you go to your doctor, you get a prescription for tadalafil, but which is basically an ED drug, right? So there, wow. you get covered on both ends, but on one end you get covered with insurance. Yeah, you say it's like, honey, it's not what it looks like. Yeah.
ZD, I see your comments. I know what you want. You want me to say marron. That's what you want. She said, anyway, if these were my kids, marron, they'd be home by now and their ear would be sore. I'm sure they'd have no ear left. It would just be dangling there. I know. But I come from the same kind of house.
Oh, wait. Classes are over. I think these kids, do they still have exams?
Yeah, they still have exams coming up.
Oh, they just want to get out of exams. That's why. Yeah.
I feel you, Judge Maddie. I said that. He said, if you're not going to go Kent State, just stay home.
Yeah. Like Viagra or sildenafil. Viagra with sildenafil and both tadalafil, which is Cialis, they were originally blood pressure medications. And then they found out it had a side effect. It gave you boners.
A nice one, too. Yeah.
So then, and actually,
it's a 4-hour boner.
In 1999, Viagra has the record for the fastest approved
same thing.
Ethical prescription drug in Japan. It was approved very quickly.
I don't doubt it. By a whole bunch of horny old freaking men.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, there's a pill that I'm back in the game. Here we go. Like, meanwhile, their wives are home going, oh, God damn it. I thought I was done. Who gave you that
You
pill?
thought whiskey dick was bad, you know. Hey.
It's funny. They released Viagra in Japan, and suddenly hospitals are having more hip and knee surgeries that they have to do suddenly.
No, what they had to do was this. They were the government in Japan was only allowing for low dose birth control pills. They were saying, oh, you know, they're dangerous, but they're going, if you allow for birth control pills to be approved, then promiscuity will increase, and STDs, and you know, and cats will mate with dogs, and everything else.
Fire will fall from the air.
In light of the kind of relative hypocrisy about, it still maintains a record of the fastest approved ethical prescription drug, Viagra. They had to allow for the birth control pill to be approved.
Hell, I'm a fan.
Yeah, I don't know. Just go for older women, you know, then you don't have to worry.
No, Max, I'm pretty sure I'll go to my grave being like, yeah, all right, one more time. One more time. It's fine.
Birth control pills.
Listen, if there's a way I got to go, that's how I want to go.
Okay, I've never done no one on. So another thing with, you know, that all that stuff they're doing, citrullicine and everything, you're trying to get nitric, is it oxide into your bloodstream? I always get that off. Anyways, guess what also does that? Sildenafil and tadalafil, Viagra and Cialis. So sometimes, because that when it directs the blood flow to the boner, it also ostensibly to the muscles. So there was a time, I don't know if they're doing now, some guys were using it for their workouts, but I just think that would be like problematic, you know,
especially if you're lifting weights.
I know. Can you imagine if you don't have somebody spotting you drop that bar and it's the wrong angle, you know.
Well, technically, if you're on like steroids or something, it's not going to be a problem.
Yeah,
because that shrinks everything anyway.
Yeah, I think. Oh, powdered. Oh, yeah, that beet stuff. It works.
How? Or
you know what? No, I'm not kidding. Watermelon rind has a lot of the like, I always get it off. Anyways, it does the same thing.
It's got like, Dick Hardener. We got you.
Yeah. But in America, there's this kind of connection ethnic group and watermelons and stuff, and it's considered offensive, but but
everything's considered offensive in America.
Yeah, you gotta watch out.
When, if you want me to turn that up at any point, just let me know.
Okay.
But they're not really doing anything.
You know what? I don't know.
Ins and around.
What do they call that headscarf? Is it shamaz or something? And somebody said something like kafir, but I thought kafir was a N-word in Arabic. You know, the kafir is like is not just black people, but kafir is pretty offensive. Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
A kifia?
No, kefir is a drink, a yogurt drink. Kefir.
That's what this says. What else does it say? It says hijab.
No, the hijab is like, I can't remember. I always get it mixed up. There's one headscarf for women, hijab,
and a kimar.
Hijab and kijab and kebabs.
Kebabs are good if you get them done right.
Yeah.
I don't like the ones with too many vegetables. Just put meat on the kebab.
They're getting closer to the encampment.
To do what, though?
I don't know.
Hey, you know the original, the first sort of when they use the word concentration camp, that
Mhm.
was actually with the British, the Boers, and they would they would put them into these concentration camps. So it came from before it was South Africa. You know, maybe they called it South Africa back then. So maybe that's what they're going to do. Yeah, turn them into camps.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think they already turned themselves into a camp.
No, it's like Thunderdome. You know,
Oh God.
you can go in, but you can't come out. Yeah.
Ooh.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Yeah.
Hotel California, you can check in, but you can't check out.
Yeah. Hotel
He's like,
California.
oh wait, I'm supposed to be wearing the scarf. I forgot. That was really your culture. You wouldn't have forgotten. They tend to take it a little serious. Judge Maddie said the food racism crap is so stupid. I'm white all day and I'll tear up some fried chicken.
Yeah, but you know there is a color line with chicken. Or I don't know fried chicken, but like roast stuff. Like white people generally go after the breast, and colored people, not just
I
black
always go
people.
after the breast.
See, colored people, Saku's blacks or Asians or Southeast Asia, whatever, brown people, they go after dark meat, you know, because it tastes better. Oh, also French people, even though they're white, French people have this, you know, it tastes good. So Frenchies also, and yeah,
They like it.
will understand the dark meat, all those nasty bits, they taste better. They have more savory, umami, and all that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
White meat depends upon whatever seasonings you put into it, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I season all my food, so we're good.
Oh, you mean just like Hillary Clinton, because she never goes nowhere without her hot sauce. Remember that interview?
Dear God.
Ooh.
That woman, I wish she would have choked on hot sauce.
It was such a
Then it
pandering
didn't burn
comment.
her
You know?
vocal cords.
Oh,
No, I'm
KFC
Italian. We know
oh
how
yeah,
to
yeah. So
season stuff.
in Japan, they usually Christmas. If it's not a holiday, right? And so I don't know how they started it, but they had this KFC somehow, Kentucky Fried Chicken. They will be sold out. There's a waiting list on Christmas because people, a salaryman, go there and bring home a bucket of KFC for Christmas, and they even dress up the Colonel Sanders in a Santa outfit.
Oh my
But
goodness.
it's
That's
nuts.
so
They do
cute.
so much business on that day. Somehow they convince Japanese like this is what Christmas is all about. You know, you get KFC. Or also though, if you go in the supermarkets, there are roast chickens, and they'll either have them pre-roasted like a Costco chicken, or you go back and
Oh, like the rotisserie chicken?
yeah, or they'll
Those are
have
so
like
good.
they'll have it prepped already. So
Mm-hmm.
because Japanese ovens are a lot smaller, so you might get a big thigh or drumstick that you can do at home. I mean, I had a when I had a much larger place, I had a can't remember General Electric gas oven, so I could put in a bloody turkey. And that was
Mm-hmm.
fine. But most Japanese can't do that.
Huh.
Oh, but
That's
then I
weird. I
also
never
know
thought of
people
having
who
a
would go onto
smaller
the base
oven.
when you go to air base. They'd go to
Hell, I want a double oven.
what's the fried chicken that is was it Churches? Did they have Churches on base?
We got Churches, Popeyes, we got KFC.
Popeyes. They have Popeyes. They have Popeyes. Yeah, they have Popeyes.
Popeyes is Cajun. That's good.
They have a special. Yeah, they have Churches is Texas, right? Yeah, Popeyes is Louisiana.
I don't know. We have
I think.
Churches. We had Churches chickens in Missouri and Kansas.
Oh.
So maybe it's like
Definitely
a
in
Midwest
Virginia.
kind of thing. Are they in Virginia?
Mm-hmm.
We have
Yeah,
one
so I want to get
in South Jersey. That's it.
Oh, the tortillas. Oh yeah, they're good. You know what? I can only get like flour tortillas here. It's almost like none. I don't think
You can't get flour tortillas?
No, I can only get no,
Oh.
I can't get like the yellow corn. And I had a friend somehow. He found a way. He was making tamales, and he found a way to get the masa. And I don't know how or did he make it? I don't know. It was pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, because if you don't make that right, it's all gritty.
Yeah,
Like
it's
bleh.
weird.
You got to be careful with that. Any kind of corn, granulated corn. But yeah, no, here.
Yep, I do.
Yeah, pretty much anything.
Rogers.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Hardee's.
Kenny Rogers. Oh, I like
Kenny Rogers fried chicken at Hardee's.
Where does Lady Autumn Sky live? Because if she can make tamales and food like that, that's pretty good.
Y'all are making me hungry now. I'm making huevos rancheros for breakfast. It's all your
your
it sounds
feet down?
good.
Oh,
You're the gods of order.
Oh,
I guess they ended it.
Oh no. Really?
Yeah.
Well, now I still got one more over here. There's 10 there. I'll find another one, but
All right. Take that one down.
So here, I don't know if I can show this.
stop.
This is what I got. This is
Hello.
It's like it says Ruby or something.
Oh.
Whoa. It's a little white pouch like this. See, you stick it between your. But
now, Max, are you swallowing your spit or spitting it out?
No.
Yes,
Okay.
spit it
So
out.
here I spit it out, but here's the thing. This
It's
is more
just not
like
as
the
much.
Swedish snus. You hardly get any mouth water.
There you go.
And
Just make sure you don't swallow it.
No. Oh, and these things you'd probably get nicotine point. I'd probably, if I accidentally did that, I'd force myself to puke because.
Oh, you wouldn't have to force yourself. It would just happen.
I would.
How many are in that thing?
15.
Oh, that's 15. Not bad.
And it only cost $1.95, and I'd exchange 300 yen, $1.90. Yeah, it's cheaper than. And I don't know how much. I think Zyn. If you buy Zyn, they'll give you 20 pouches, like 6 milligram, 20 pouches. And it doesn't have any tobacco leaf in it, and in the States, and I think it's about $4.50 or $4 or something. So this is way cheap. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, my friend Christine actually, because she was a softball player, she got started chewing tobacco, like having the chaw for when she was like a senior or something in college.
Oh,
and I never knew it. So she's got one of those little pouches. Oh yeah, she's got a pouch. No, she takes care of her teeth, but
yeah,
she's still got that space pouch that's down there. I'm like, bleh. Like, nope.
You can get, because the oral cancer
not
goes
a fan
with chewing tobacco because of it's the tobacco leaf. It has all sorts of crap and shit in it, and that's why these aren't perfect, because these look like Zyns, but they have fillers, they have sweeteners, but they also have a bit of tobacco leaf. So that means you're going to get acetaldehyde, you're going to get formaldehyde, and stuff like that. But that's why I'm kind of, they're not legal.
Do you push it down deep though?
No, just like, you know what? You're supposed to put it in the upper, between your cheek and gum and your upper lip. But I used to do it like down below. Yeah. And what I did the first time, because the guy at the store said, oh yeah, you can put it under your tongue. But that created tons of mouth water, and I was spitting out. I was outside, so
yeah, no, I don't like having little things in my mouth.
I look like a uncouth Chinaman, just spitting. But I was trying to be discreet, so So I put up here, and hardly any spit comes out. You know.
Yeah, no, that's what drove me nuts, because I didn't know that she used chewing tobacco. And I didn't find out for like almost 20 years. And for 20 years, she's been giving me shit about smoking. And I'm like, let me tell you something. I'm like, I've been smoking 20 years. You've given me nonstop crap about it. And you're putting that, you changed the shape of your mouth. That's number one, that I'm already like, bleh. Number two, tell me you don't have a spittoon. She was like, of course I do. I was like, see, no, nope. Went on one date in Kansas with the guy that used one of those bottles to like, no.
Yeah,
He leaned in. I was like, don't do it. You'll lose teeth. Like, don't do it.
There's a link in the private chat.
Of what?
Oh, for me to show.
Oh, it is stream. So we have 2 feeds going. Impossible.
Go ahead,
I wish I
you're
was
good.
missing it. The lady that came out there earlier and started filming people.
Oh.
Oh.
All righty.
There's a different one.
There you go.
They're still playing that stupid song.
Freaking music.
There's that angle, and then there's that angle. Straight on.
MLS. I miss smoking. I don't think I don't want to give it up. I know I have to because it's ridiculously expensive.
Oh, is it just expensive? Because
oh my god, it's like $12 a freaking pack.
That's a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
especially when you
marijuana
smoke the way I do. Morning, Lex.
Man, so I got the first flavor I got was royal milk tea. It tastes like caramel. It was really good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doesn't that make it hard though to like resist swallowing the spit? If it tastes better?
No way. Shh. You're just aware you don't want that.
MLS. I agree. Especially when they use like an old bottle or whatever and you find it in the bottom of the car. You're like, bleh.
Yeah.
Side effect of wiping my mind.
Somebody's just coming into the conversation trying to figure out what's going on, and they say, I ain't no cock gobbler. I never spit.
Don't be a spitter. Spitters are quitters. Spitters are quitters. If you're going to invest, go all the way.
Well, here we go. What time is it there now? Is it wait a minute, is 7 in the morning? Or is it
7? Yeah, it's almost
7:40.
No, in Los Angeles. It's
oh, it's 20 to 5. So it's almost 5 o'clock.
I see.
They're 3 hours behind us.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Like, they're trying to move these barricades.
I don't like cigarette smoke when I come from the club or restaurant. Well, it doesn't happen so much now.
I wondered where you were going with that, Max.
I don't like it when it's on your clothes, and you just end up going like, okay, I got to get these dry cleaned, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the worst sick I've ever been. I was in a pool hole for like 6 hours hanging out with this dude, just playing pool. Everybody was smoking. I was a teenager. And when I went home, my grandma was like, what is wrong with you? I was green. I was like, oh my God, I've never felt so sick in my life. She was like, you were around cigarette smoke. I was like, how could you tell? She was like, I can smell it. You're across the room. Oh my God.
So you have people, when you smoke, you don't smell it, but if it's in your house, it's in your bedding, it's in your clothes, and
yep, it sure is. It gets in everything.
And so Febreze doesn't work. I mean, you
oh no, Febreze is just, that's a lie.
Yeah.
Febreze is a big old lie. You might as well go around with perfume and be like, same thing. Same exact thing. I love the lie they told. Spray it on fabric. It takes the smell out of it. No, it don't. No. It smells like a flower for a half a second, and then it's right back to smelling like crotch rot. No. I used to use it on like all my son's kickboxing equipment because
they're bringing these barriers back out, and this is totally ridiculous. Because if they turn back around and look behind them, these are all stolen barriers. Like these weren't put up naturally, right? And then they were actually layered on and had this board, right? And this is how they were making sure that no one was going to take them out of there. So now they're coming in and putting up a second barrier, which is just helping these guys because what they're going to do is
hey, look at the guy's jacket. It's all cool. Apex security guard. Ooh, he looks kind of pudgy.
What's going to happen is
this is UCLA.
Am I coming
California?
Okay? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
No, what I was trying to say is that they were going to, as soon as the cops leave, they're going to jump over from the encampment over there and then drag that barrier back so you have another layer of protection around them.
Did you see some of those girls in the front? They don't look very fit. They're kind of pudgy.
Most of them aren't.
Yeah.
So I don't know what in the world they're thinking here. This is, where New York City did a perfect execution on how to take down a hostile takeover.
Well, they were inside the building, right? These people are
right. Well, I know, but they're basically rendering the college useless. Right? It's a useless place right now.
Maybe they're looking for. Maybe they're waiting for light to happen. I don't know, or just letting them leave. I
mean, why would they put up this extra barrier? I hope they're going to use it to corral people into it and arrest them, because that's the only reason they should be doing anything right now. To me, it looks like they've been ordered to protect them. So they have this.
It might be that they were ordered to separate the two groups, and then wait until everything calmed down. Then they move in. That's what I'm hoping for.
I'm not getting that feeling.
No, but that's what I'm hoping for.
These people look way too relaxed. Look, there's cold chilling, having conversations. There's a lot of people on this side inside the encampment that do not look like they go to college there.
Oh no. About that old lady that was behind there coming out like, I'll be out there. Nobody will advance. They threw a water bottle at her. They didn't care.
That one dude did hold back though. He had that 2x4 right over top of her head and didn't let it fly.
So there's something. Someone mentioned the other day. Japanese Americans are, as a community, are extremely left wing, and they will, to the point that they will only. There actually are Japanese American politicians who were Republican. But though if I mention the name, you won't recognize him because they've done very best to say, "Oh, that guy was a fucking piece of shit," and he was and they really hate him for what he was, and they'll even try to say, "Oh, he was a very minor politician." He was actually in one bio. They tried to make this one guy look like he was a state senator for California. I said, "No, he was a senator, a United States senator." And this guy was, his name is S.I. Hayakawa. He was born in Canada. And he was an English literature professor. So I even heard people say, he might be queer, or something really bad. Then you hear something, really? Yeah, he had a white wife. And during World War II, he was an intern. And they're insinuating that somehow that he did something nasty and sneaky to avoid being interned. Actually, at the time, I think he was a Canadian and he was not on the west coast of the United States, right? He got his PhD at University of Wisconsin-Madison in 1935 or something. So what in 1968, kind of like here, San Francisco State College was taken over by Black militant students. They call themselves the Black Student Union, the Third World Liberation Front, Student for Democracy, the Black Panthers. They took over San Francisco
Panthers.
State
I was going to say.
Fonzie
Willis's dad.
You must form a Black study thing. This is from November 1968 to March 1969. So what happened was the white university president, he goes, "I'm getting the fuck out of here." So they appointed this guy named S.I. Hayakawa. That's a very Japanese name, right? His name was
Sounds it.
Samuel Ichie Hayakawa. Whatever. He had a little mustache. He was a short guy. And so he was the president. So they said, we have these non-negotiable demands, Black Studies Department and everything.
Mhm.
And so the wiki is actually wrong. They even say, oh, he relented, but he didn't. He actually said, no, you got to get rid of the war to Vietnam must end. It's unconditional. You have to put an end to racism. And also if you don't do this, we're going to shut the. So what he did was they were yelling, and he pulled the wires from their speaker van, and he called in a guy named Ronald Reagan, who was the governor, and I think they brought in the National Guard. So
Time for bombs.
You fucking Jap. He.
Oh my goodness!
Because they assumed he's a little Oriental guy who taught English literature. They thought he'd be a pushover. So he ended up you'll never get a count in the wiki because it's left wing, but he basically he refused to negotiate, and he brought in National Guard. Went down. So later he was actually a Democrat. He became a Republican. So they really hated that. It's like no, seriously, like in the Islamic faith, apostasy when you give up, it's worse to the one of the worst things you can do is to be Muslim and then convert to Judaism or Christianity, right? So in this case, it's a very similar way they treat it. This guy was originally a Democrat, but he became a Republican. So that's totally unforgivable to the left, Oh. And he became a United States senator. And anyways, you'll never hear his name because you'll get all these insinuations. Oh, he's probably queer or something unsavory about this guy. But the reason why they said this was because he betrayed the left wing, and that's why Japanese Americans will never mention the left wing.
Yeah.
So in before 1973, even when he was during the San Francisco State College, he was a Democrat, but then after that he became a Republican, and he became a United States senator. So he died in 1992. I think he was 85 or whatever. But this guy was born in Vancouver, Canada.
Right? Do they even get to party in college anymore? I hope so.
Huh?
I said, I was just reading what Lix was saying to MLS. College is useful for partying, but you could learn quicker with on-the-job training. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't see any of these things breaking out at trade schools, do you?
Ronald Reagan, I didn't leave the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party left me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you could have said, I didn't join the Republican Party. The Republican Party found me. Chose me. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a convert. He was a convert. So was Thomas Sowell. So I mean, yeah, can't knock that guy for what he does.
I'm in good company then.
Company. I mean, most people figure it out. Like the Democrat is the establishment narrative.
Well, once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's the problem. You just have to be willing to see it.
This guy got all that.
He's all by himself. He's like, I'm on alert. Ready. It's Hightower from Police Academy.
Oh, Hightower. Oh, that was great.
No, not Hightower. Which is the wacky one? Oh my god.
Oh no, Hightower.
Y'all know his name.
Black guy. Too tall.
Yeah, no, not Hightower. Who's the other one? The one with the gun fetish.
Oh, Tackleberry.
Oh yeah.
Tackleberry. There you go. I knew it was a double name.
There we go. See, Wolfram got it too.
Thank you, Wolfram.
I like.
Look, I've been awake a long time. Okay, so long time.
Protest TV.
Hello, you long time.
You know what Wolfram is in German?
What is it?
I'm afraid to ask.
It's a tungsten alloy. Tungsten is wolframite. Wolframite.
Nice.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you know.
Now I know. Our Wolfram is just a friendly puppy that likes to wipe his paws and howl and lope about and chew on cables.
polite.
Very polite. Very polite. He's a stand-up kind of wolf.
Fine. Wonder what we're having for dinner. Oh.
God, you're thinking about dinner. I'm sitting here going, Jesus, I wish I would have had breakfast. My kids are like, no, you stayed up past your bedtime. I'm going. They left me. It's like, okay.
Yeah, we watched Police Academy not too long ago on Old School Watch Party Sundays. It's the show
was
Shelly
fun.
and I do on Sundays. And we watch a lot of cool we watch a documentary and watch an old school movie. We've been watching a lot of 80s movies. We just did a couple of Monty Pythons back to back. We're doing, I think, one more. I think there's one more Monty Python we got to get in. So we're kind of like, we did a Dolly night. We watched a couple of Dolly Parton movies back to back.
Oh, that was my birthday. That was my choice.
But we usually watch a documentary first. And the documentary we watched last week was called Class Divided. And it was
my
about
God, that got my blood boiling.
That teacher took upon herself to start running in schools and dividing kids up by eye color, but not only just dividing them up. Dude,
you know what?
See what happened?
There was a similar experiment about, or a case that was put out in educational psychology circles, based on an incident with kids like in a Boy Scout troop in Texas.
Oh.
And they created the same sort of seeds of division, but it normally is going to be cited about how you can, this is artificial, can bring. That was actually used by some key left-wing academics, including my father, and it's tweaked, and I can't explain it clearly right now, but it's used more to further the concept, this identity politics.
Yeah.
And it's very so this is very early on. They felt this is really important. So they want Donnie to say, Donnie, you're Native American, part Native. You're not. You need to start joining us. You got to sit with the. And the only, this is, you don't think those white kids are your friends, do you? Winning? No, they're not your friends. They're not your friends.
I ain't white.
We're your friends. We're your friends.
I'm Italian.
So they divided up the kids up by eye color, but she set it was a little bit manipulative because, why? Yeah. But she would start giving them the talking points. Like, you see how brown-eyed people are so slow. You see how, they're not as smart as blue-eyed people are the smartest. And that's how it is. And so they get more privileges. Brown-eyed people will get 5 minutes less recess, and you're not allowed to. Blue-eyed people do not play with the brown-eyed people. So she was already laying out all the division in the experiment.
She introduced the concept,
and she thought she was so fucking smart for doing it too. Like, I just thought after Martin Luther King got shot, I knew I had to do something, right? And she thought she was so like on her high horse. And believe me, she was a very, very she's very, very she could make you feel pretty damn small pretty fast. I mean, when she had control of things, like, at least from what we saw. But she would run this. She thought this experiment was important and was going to teach people to understand this. But she was putting these ideas in these kids' head, before anything.
Yeah, I hear these things. So the kids have those, as adults, they have reunions. But I'd be laughing if they go, sorry, I don't sit with.
Right?
I don't.
They actually brought these kids back in the documentaries for a reunion, and they all talked about this whole thing and whatnot. This was done in the
1968.
60 minutes thing, yeah.
Yeah, and then the other classes did it, and this is just the one that got in the documentary, but it's been done a lot, and then it got a lot of accolades from the left, of course. And so I think they learned how to actually really ramp up the division through that experiment, because they saw how people reacted to it.
You know what it
and
is?
how easy it was to buy into it. But yeah,
okay. What it is? What it was is
Sorry,
it was the case was a robber's cave study. This was in 1954. There was there were a married couple. So Muzaffar, I don't know, he's Turkish, kind of like left wing, like that guy in the Young Turks, and then his wife Carolyn Wood. So they created this study. They had like a summer camp, 3 weeks, and the researchers were like camp personnel. They had like 22, 11, and 12-year-old boys they'd never met. So all of them were white. They're all kind of middle class. And so they kind of put them into the groups, the in group and everything. And they created the how did they do it? I think they did a very similar thing with the competition. And
hey, Enya.
So these are the people who created what they call realistic conflict theory, And so and you're going, well, what is the thing? This was the whole thing where they were using these studies to they're saying this is why we need racial integration and promote diversity, and it was used to back like, oh, this is why we need to force school busing, and they're arguing, when there's competition over limited resources, and it's still used today. If you have somebody an American who's opposed to these sort of measures, they'll say white men are speaking out because they are acting out because they're losing their position in society.
Oh God, that's never going to happen.
You'll see that, right? Because it's based on limited resources in communities. So therefore, on this thing, if one group then succeeds, then the other has to step down, and so and then if you're opposed to some of these stupid measures, they're going, no, you as a white man or white woman are acting out because your opinion is based on your selfish racism. And
oh God.
But this is
nobody
where
ever talks about how racist it is against whites.
Uh-huh.
They never talk about that. How it's okay to bash anybody who's white, but anybody else is off limits. It's like, really? Well, you've been in charge. I have only been on this planet 50 years, and I've never been in charge. Not ever. So that's a big generalization.
Well, yeah, and there were
Hey, real quick, if you're out there lurking, man, appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out and being here with us, man. If you would, man, hit that subscribe button for me and thumbs up. That would be appreciated. If you're over there on Rumble, the follow button, thumbs up button over there. And if you're out there on X, man, love for your support out there as well. Thank you guys so much for watching and being here with us this evening. All right, back to the show. What you got, Max?
What are they? Are they? Oh, they have now they have a protest camp. Come on, why don't they make it an internment camp? You can have fun there.
I don't understand why the cops really had to show up for this. I mean, I guess they would have kept pulling and trying to pull it apart all night long, but it's what the cops should be doing right now. And it seems like they're just like, taxpayers' security for the unlawful act going on college campus.
The sun should be coming up soon. 5 in the morning there.
I would be like, if you guys
hey, aren't going to think about it, my friend,
you refund all the money I've spent at that school.
Absolutely.
Your degree ain't worth shit, and you can't even get classes going on. So,
well, I mean, they're like, I can't get a job. Well, you got a degree in philosophy, like, yeah, or you got a women's studies degree. Yeah, you ain't getting a job. Not in the corporate world. You went for the wrong thing. But it's a degree. I don't care.
Oh, I gotta get going soon. We're gonna eat some dinner soon. But
Max, thanks so much for being here, man. We're probably gonna check out of here in a minute too.
Yeah,
it's great seeing you, dude. Always.
Yeah,
great seeing you,
it was nice. Love hanging out with you.
It's raining.
Next time it'll be more exciting.
It's dark outside, and
yeah,
I was actually knocked The date of the original study was which one? The Robbers Cave. That was in 1954. It's called the robber like cops and robbers. 1954 Robbers Cave experiment, or it's called Robbers Cave study. And so it was a couple. Sharif don't like it. Muzaffar Sharif and his wife. So these were social psychologists, but it's very similar to that. A little bit more complexity than the brown blue-eyed thing, but it's how they then would really kind of push this narrative. And this was at the time, that was and the first thing you come across this and you're saying, yeah, it's kind of innocuous, but I realize that some people, this is really, really important. They're this underlying is to the point. Most kids, you're or kids or adults, they're going to be telling them like, you are the reason why things aren't happening for you, why you didn't get into this, is because of racism and discrimination. And really, it's not because maybe it's very competitive or something like this.
Crown Target, what's up? I didn't see you sneak in there.
Systemic racism. What am I going to do about it? Or are you going to join us? Together we can. And you go.
Together we
I had
can
a guy
rule the
who
world.
almost. I'm going to see him about a day from now. He's Asian American. His father died when he was 12, and he went to he right now is diplomatic security service. But what happened was he did ROTC. He did Army ROTC, and then he did a 1-year internship with national U.S. Customs. But he kept on saying, well, I met him. He was teaching mathematics at an international school in Japan. And I go, what happened? He goes, well, according to Perry Wu, the only Asian American is because of race. I said, and I was listening to this, and I say, really, this is what he's internalized. Like Perry Wu had told him this. And I said, look, they were mix and spicks, Irish and Italian American. And I think their issue was he wasn't street smart. He was as soft and pudgy as Wonder Bread,
Yeah.
With a bit of yellow. And so I said, well, what are you going to do about it? If you want to, I don't care who Perry Wu is, I don't give it. But, and I introduced him to the head of NCIS at the time. It was Jack O'Connor. Of course, there were budget cuts and everything, and he was approaching 35 at the time. And when he was back in Illinois, he kind of said, "Oh, well, what about So the usual suspects are always FBI, NCIS used to be the outlier, but then this stupid Fox TV series made it popular, right? And so DSS, the Diplomatic Security Service. So he actually got in, did the training, the swearing-in ceremony. Jack flew up from. He was retired. Jack flew down from New Jersey and everything else. So he's been doing it for past decade or something like that. He's married. Nice. But he was actually, here was the thing. He kept on, he said it to me at least 5 times. Well, according to Perry Wu. And I was like, I'd seen Reservoir Dogs. Remember Reservoir Dogs? When Harvey Keitel. And,
Harvey Keitel.
Yeah. And the guy's going through Charlie, and he yells, he grabs the black book, and he goes, Charlie effing Chan, I don't give a F. I'm not giving the book back. And somehow the whole, instead of Charlie Chan, I was thinking like Perry effing Wu. I didn't know who he was, but and I'm sure he meant well, but he just kind of, on top of it, he just implanted the thing like, hey, Mark, you didn't get in. You didn't pass muster after your first year with customs as a customs agent because of systemic racism, right?
Hey, Moroccan.
Yeah.
Moroccan Technologies. What's up?
It took him a bit, but I mean, I'm going to see him. He's visiting Japan again with his bride, his wife. So wants to show
Very
around.
Cool. Very cool.
Meet her.
Max, somebody asked what year was that? Thing with the Boy Scout, with the wife and husband.
Robbers Cave study was in 1954.
There you go, 1954.
54, yeah.
There you go. And welcome, Moroccan.
Oh,
how you doing? He said
down
Americans
south.
are gay. They're latent gay. That's the thing.
I like Mexican food.
I love Mexican food. I like Spanish food, period. Max, have you seen Shogun?
Which one?
The series.
Oh,
the series.
yeah.
I've read the book. I saw the 1980s TV series.
Uh-huh.
And off a pirate site, I've seen the first couple episodes.
Did you like them? I was sucked in. Oh my god.
It's okay. Because it's because I'm kind of familiar with it. It was just like watching the remake, whatever. There was no like, oh, what's going to happen next?
No punch for you. Yeah, no, I was literally on the end of my seat.
Oh, they have the scene in, So, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I think somebody
the story
sent me,
itself.
Somebody
based on real history.
Somebody sent me this article, and I think Josh of Meme Copian covered it, and he said this article on Medium. I didn't even have to read it. He goes, "Where are all the black people in Shogun?" Seriously.
He's the one who gave me the idea to watch it.
I can't.
Yeah, he's the one that gave me the idea to watch it.
And so my friend wrote, like, his name is Jesse. Da Silva Sims. Yeah. That's a very good name. He said exactly what I thought when watching the show, laughing. Obviously he's,
I thought it was really good. That was my first experience with it. So it was just like, I really oh my God, I was totally enraptured. Like, it was really good for me. I enjoyed it very much.
Oh, it's better than the, what was that? Dances with Wolves, Dances with Japanese.
Oh, I hated that.
Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai. Ugh.
Oh, Tom Cruise? Yeah, no, he sucked.
No, Tom Cruise, I mean,
I'm not a fan of his.
Movies.
Yeah, but I don't like him. Like, it's something about him. I just don't like him. Love the movies, love the acting.
He's short. He's very short.
That's true. That's true. That's true. He's definitely the type of dude that would hide behind me. So no. Yeah. I can't deal with that. I need men.
Oh, you know what I liked? It was like 2 years ago. Was it 2022 or 2023? I can't remember. But Netflix put out $200 million for this movie on Netflix called The Gray Man.
I haven't seen that.
I thought it was really good. Yeah, it's really good.
The Gray Man?
The Gray Man, yeah. I mean, it cost so much because they had Ryan Gosling, in it. Ken.
Oh,
Ken.
God.
So it's Ken, but it's not. But he's not
I wrote
Ken.
It down.
The Gray Man.
I know. I don't know. There's something about him too. I don't like him. I'm very picky when it comes to leading men. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Ryan Gosling. Where was he born? I think he was born in the same hospital as your favorite singer, Winning Reality. Justin Bieber. St. Joseph's Hospital in London, Ontario, Canada. Did you realize that?
Oh my goodness.
They were both born. They were St. Joseph's Hospital in London, Ontario, Canada. Yeah.
See, Lass, you and I, we're so on the same wavelength. We really are. She said, I've never been a Tom Cruise fan since I realized how short he is. I now notice in all his movies, it's all angles filming him to look as tall as the others. Yeah. And he also wears lifts, and sometimes he'll stand on a box. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
I do my own stunts. Yeah, climbing up on that box. That's real dangerous.
So one of the things is you'll so you see photographs of him, and you see obviously platform shoes, and I think that it made it easier for people to recognize that Ron DeSantis was wearing platform cowboy boots.
Oh yeah, once you've seen it once.
And I think even Elon Musk, there was one recent Twitter photograph that he put out, but someone says, look at his feet. They're weird. And I realized the way he's sitting down, you don't have, that ratio from knee to with height, when you do have height, like I think there's a proportion from I think it's a lot in your
from your knee to your ankle, no?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but anyways, it's just kind of awkward. There's an awkward thing. You realize, oh, he's probably tippy toe. He's probably one of those platform shoes,
Listen, I can't say nothing. If I sit on a regular chair, I can swing my feet. I'm a grown ass woman. I should not be able to do that.
For a guy, it's like, it's kind of weird.
It is,
but. When they have to go to the beach, because unless they're never going to go to the beach, because you'll look kind of weird wearing your shoes,
your lifts,
your boots on. So you kind of got to go barefoot and
platform flip flops.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or actually, they're big pieces of sand, so it disguises.
Oh my God. Just wear your surfboards. That's all. It's just the boogie board. It's fine. My flotation device. It turns into a swimmy.
So I met Kelly McGillis a long time ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
She's a big old lesbian.
So yeah. I didn't, not at the time. I met her mother. Her mother was really nice. She was talking to me. I didn't realize it was her mother. And I was talking to me,
did you think it was her girlfriend?
Kelly McGillis walks over with damn it, he's dead now. The director of photography for that film. He's German. And she goes, "Oh,
I suck at names, mother. Max."
And I realized, oh no, I remember. Anyways, it was kind of funny, but he was.
I liked her in that movie. It's the only movie I ever remember seeing her in.
Oh, she was in Prosecutor and Accused.
Yes, that one with Jodie Foster.
With Jodie Foster. So
that movie was devastating. I was not prepared for that. The brutality in that movie.
It was reckless. It was filmed in Vancouver, Canada. Yeah.
Oh my God, that was
But it was supposed to be just like south of the border in Washington State, and the actual case was actually grape on a pool table or something like that in Massachusetts, I think. And so they took an actual case,
hey Nick Dev,
a very similar case, and they
that was like the first of its kind, right? They had never prosecuted the people that watched.
You know who else? I had another friend. He went to Yale University, and I think oh yeah, this is a kind of funny thing. So he's much older than me, right? So he goes to Yale, and you have in your college dorm, you have your a laundry room, right? He's doing his laundry, and he wasn't sure if the laundry was dry or I think he was he just was taken out, and he thought, oh, maybe it still smells funky, so he's smelling his brief, right? And in walks another student. The other student is Jodie Foster. That was his awkward moment, like, like what? I'm not doing. But Jodie Foster also became a lesbian.
There's a lot of that going around Hollywood.
What's going on? Yeah, no.
The redhead from really Sex and the City. That Paulson woman from American Horror Stories.
Oh yeah.
Well, the old redheaded chick that used to be on wasn't Designing Women. It was some single thing with Angelian. She was also on the L Word. That's where all the lesbians go.
Nick, what's up?
The L Word. The L Word was all right. I mean, it was cutting edge for its time. But every lesbian I knew was like, it's not like that. It's not like that. Why do they always make it like that? It's like
the cops are wearing gas masks now.
Oh, so an escalation. Is the sun coming up yet?
What do they
No,
expect?
but they all had Taco Bell last night.
They're all putting on gas masks.
Hey, nerd.
They're all putting on gas masks.
MLS wants to know.
No, I know
Left
Taco Bell is
earlier.
not real Mexican food. It's kind of it's
A
kind of like
couple of them put them on earlier. The chips guys put them on earlier.
I mean, I saw people that weren't even cops starting to put them on.
Remember Eric Estrada and Chips, a TV program that was.
Yes.
I used to watch SWAT. I love SWAT. And then we do that stupid, like, you know, as kids you didn't know any better, but you're thinking this is a cool way to fire a gun to brace your arm like this, and like, oh yeah, that's how you do it.
Yep.
I learned how to shoot and point a gun with my finger on the trigger as a kid.
This is some of the stuff that was going on earlier. That's interesting. This is behind the encampment.
Oh yeah,
that's the drone footage. Yeah. You saw the drones going up? It was funny.
So that's how it was going down earlier. They had their side here and they had their side here. And then they started like stealing gates.
Well, they're still live on the other feed.
Yeah.
It is getting louder. It's getting a lot louder.
Go down. But for people who didn't
was
see
fucking silent.
This was a scene, dude. This is what we were watching like for hours. We're like, why didn't we stream this earlier? Yeah, this is one of the people like from the other side who got who went into the.
I'm so surprised nobody's shooting or stabbing. Maybe.
No, they're not doing anything.
No, it's just like bludgeon devices, and that's pretty much it.
No, this outportion. This whole thing. As a kid, if a certain generation, you're just doing this, and that's why on TV I see guys like TV hosts, and you're going, and I know people are screaming, but at some point in America, we got both, of course, the people who grew up with guns, but also mainstream suddenly got educated on gun culture. I don't know when it was. When there was a Time magazine cover of dedicated to the American soldier, and the female soldier in the cover shoot had her finger on the trigger. I think everyone's going like, "That's wrong." Yeah, but I don't think you had that sense way back when you're growing up a kid. Now you do, but now
see this right here.
There's a time when
you see a sidewalk. You see where they're out.
Shoot all the time.
You see how far out they are. You see the sidewalk? Now they're back to here. So they managed to push them all the way back up against these easy ups. And that's where they put the two barricades up now. There's one there and that just kind of formed as they were retreating, and one here. But you can also tell that they're only coming at them in little bits and pieces. You know, they're not all out assaulting. So that's some footage from earlier. See what's going on now. Now, for some reason, this seems to be ramping up.
It is.
I thought it was winding. I thought
they're
it was winding
chanting
down.
again.
Yeah, this is getting ready to kick off. The gas masks are interesting. I don't know if they're just worried about the bear spray, the bear mace they have in there. You can see now.
Look at these standing up.
You can see all the tents behind it. Like that's pretty much the perimeter of it. But how far it got backed up, because they were just fighting for turf for a long time. And now you can see that they've pushed them back further against. There's the sidewalk exposed. So they were effective. They just weren't fast enough to get through. Because they kept building it back up as they were tearing it down.
I think they were trying to be. Oh, you're talking about them, but
yeah,
like these cops, I think they went in so slow because they wanted to keep it calm. They just wanted to be orderly, non-reactive, stoic, non-emotional. They're like, we're not like inciting anything. We're not escalating anything. We're just here to push you guys back and separate you. But it's just weird. Like there's such a weird vibe going on because they showed up and it was so anticlimactic that it was
once the cops got there, it changed. But this is before the cops were there. This is just people going at it.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is earlier. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
They're tired. Yeah, I know. They're lazy.
Crown Target Rittenhouse conversation probably helped the awareness with triggers for earlier generations. Probably.
No, I think
I don't
even
doubt
before that, Oh, but here's the thing that gets me. You have some of the YouTubers, and they profess, a lot of them profess to be kind of politically conservative and,
Mm-hmm.
on 2A and everything. But I noticed almost every one of them when they go overseas to a shithole country,
Mm-hmm.
they're going, oh my God, it's really dangerous here. They go, oh my God, why do they have guns? And they shouldn't be allowed to have guns. I'm thinking, did you get kind of isn't that kind of hypocritical? Like they know better not to say that when they're going out inside the United States, but when they go outside, they're going, how can we get rid of all the guns out here?
Oh God. In England, like the police in England aren't allowed to carry guns, are they?
Very restricted.
The bobbies?
Yeah,
like
restricted.
you have to be a certain, like a detective or something.
Yeah, so they don't have.
They just have
when
like
when the guy with the
right?
sword came out, he actually injured 2 officers, and I think I'm not sure if she brought a female officer brought him down with a taser. I think
Oh,
but
Hal,
taser.
what's up?
hey,
How's it
Hal.
going, man?
I would not want to get hit with a taser. No, thank you. I don't even like getting the shock when I turn on the light.
I had a dream.
No.
I had a dream I was being tasered.
Oh, did you shake in your sleep? Was your wife worried?
I don't know, but it was like this memory later. It was like in my balls, because I was part of it was probably I was watching Hangover, when they do that. Like, ow.
That's funny. I have never had a dream that I was tasered. Never. I've had dreams of many, many things, but that's not one of them. Now, if I have it tonight, Max, I completely blame you. And you will be hearing about it.
But you don't have balls. It's okay.
No, but in a dream, you could be anything. I could be somebody else. I'll possess somebody. Oh, my goodness. I don't think it would get anywhere. I don't want to get hit in the back, stomach, arm, leg, choach, nothing. Like, don't stick me in. I'm not saying it because that would get clipped, but don't shoot me like in the butt or nothing. Shut up.
Oh, here we are. Okay, good. I hope there's
The UK.
Oh, UCLA. Yeah.
God.
So May 25th. I think it's May 25th, right? So let's see on the calendar. So May 1st today is here. Yeah, it's finished. May 1st.
Yeah, today is Rent Day. That's what today
St.
is.
George's Day, but it's also like Labor International Workers Day. For the left around the world. So those typically those who toe the line or maintain the faith with the socialist ideals. North Korea, China. This is a national holiday. We got Cinco de Mayo, which is coming up, which is kind of cool.
We got Star Wars Day coming up.
Oh, yeah, the 4th. Yeah, may the 4th be with you. Yeah.
Yes, and my favorite day.
Then near the end of the month, the 25th is like I think it's the anniversary of a George Floyd thing. So by that time, maybe my alma mater will change from Georgetown University to George Floyd Town University.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
And May 30th will be the anniversary of the 1976 Tel Aviv Lod Airport massacre. With the Japanese Red Army, and so they celebrate that still. So, yeah.
Nice.
But May the 4th, you got.
Yeah, I love May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Anya said her craziest recurring dream is her in a car. Somebody else is driving. She looks over and nobody's driving. It's always a trip. How come in my dreams the car brake never works? Why?
Oh yeah, I have that one.
If I'm running, I can't run. I trip, or my feet are stuck to the floor, or my legs don't work. And if I'm in a car, the brake doesn't work, or the steering doesn't work. Very upsetting. I'm like, the more stressed I am, the more I have that dream. It don't take a genius to figure out, what that means, but it's like that one always freaks me out. I hate those dreams.
Yeah.
Those are the worst. When you can't control what's happening in your dream, it's very upsetting. I can usually turn my dreams around and make them go my way.
CNC
You
Music
just have
Factory.
to be very powerful. Huh?
CNC Music Factory. They should play that. Gonna make
you sweat.
Everybody dance now. Dude. They're yelling. It'd be hard to keep yelling, Do. Everybody dance now.
Oh, they could always do like that Angelina Jolie movie where she sings You Can't Always Get What You Want with the crowd. She's a reporter. She gets them all pumped up.
Oh.
Everybody's singing Rolling Stones. That'd be great. Yeah, you can't always get what you want, but you can sometimes get what you need. And you me too, Shelly, but not when I'm in the back seat.
Are they singing or what?
And if you're in the back seat, there ain't nobody driving the front. Okay? We both know that. Let's not play around.
I know what you're dreaming about. You're dreaming about being in a Tesla, right? It's like,
oh God, no.
It's a Tesla.
You ain't gonna get very far, especially if it's cold. That's funny. I can't get over the seat to steer the car. Just tell Elon to do it. Manifest Elon. Be like, it's your car, you drive.
I'm not sure how his Tesla stock is just going down. It looks like it was just a kind of a bubble. So if I look at it, I'm going like, hey, I'll probably buy Toyota stock. Yeah, serious.
Toyotas make good cars.
Yeah. They certainly last a long freaking time.
Or I'm going to be looking at, I can't get over Intel because their stock is trading like $35 or something.
It looks like they
Nvidia is like trading around 900, and it's because of the GPUs and their AI chips and everything. But I almost started saying, I'm gonna try to figure out what Intel is doing. Are they gonna play catch up? Can they catch up? But they had such a cringe presentation. You want to? It's such a dad presentation. If you look it up, Intel did a presentation recently, and it was just so cringy. You're going, holy shit, these guys. And they thought they were really cool, but for that, yeah.
That's cool. A recurring dream of all your teeth falling out. That's a dream of loss, that you're afraid that you're going to lose something that matters to you, and you're afraid of failure. I've had that dream many times, so I had to look it up. Or you eat a lot of candy. Stop drinking liquid candy. Engage autopilot, and Elon pops up. I bet if you say autopilot to Elon, I bet something pops up. I don't think it takes much. Dude's got a lot of kids. A lot of kids. He probably has a Neurodick. Never mind a Neuralink.
You guys use Telegram?
No, I don't use Telegram. I don't know any of these newfangled apps. What are you kidding?
No, I have a friend, a Russian classmate. So he's he uses it. So yes, okay.
What kind of a platform is it? Like, what do you do?
It's
is
like
it just
it's like
texting
Signal, or it's like Signal, but it's probably more secure. I don't know, unless you get the Russian. Okay. Oh, gotta go. Okay.
Oh,
see ya. Take care.
I have a good dinner,
care,
Max. Thanks for coming by.
Bye.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Max Mira, the one and the only.
He's awesome.
It's always great when he stops by.
No, it's not about money issues, nerd. I like the singing of the national anthem feed from UNC where they're still surrounding the U.S. flag. Yeah, UNC, they had put up the protesters had put up the Palestinian flag, and the I want to say commissioner of the school, I think I read, he went and he replaced it with the American flag. I thought that was great. I was like, good, thank you. Like, get rid of every flag except the American flag. Get rid of all these goddamn pride flags and everything else. Like, I can't. The thing is, they don't do the Pledge of Allegiance all the time in school, and they don't teach them about it. They make them recite it, but the kids don't know what it stands for. They have no idea that they're actually making a vow. Like, they're just words to these kids. We grew up in a time where it meant something. I mean, it did to me. It still does to me. I made sure all my kindergartners did it right. They understood it, what it was about. It was a sign of respect, a sign of loyalty, patriotism, love of country. And they took to it well. You know, I know that I left that with them at least. But yeah, these kids, there's a teacher in one of our schools here that he did the public, the PA, and the kids were supposed to say the Pledge of Allegiance. And he called it something like the something to the flag, but it wasn't like the Pledge of Allegiance. It was something like say the thing to the flag or whatever. And I was like, it struck me so much because I was like, oh, you disrespectful fuck. I was so mad. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, oh, that burns me. Oh, it burns me. I don't know. My grandfather was very like, never let the flag touch the floor. If the flag because we had the big flagpole outside the gas station, like a good 20 feet up. And it was a huge flag. And anytime that got like even the slightest tear, he took the whole thing down, put a brand new one back up. It was like, he was like, no, it can't have any tears, no dirt, no nothing. He was very big on that. So, I mean, I grew up with like a almost paranoid respect for the flag. Like, oh my God. Like, I was anxious about it. I will pledge allegiance to the state of Michigan. That is truly my home country.
Very Jeffersonian, right?
That lovely governor you have.
Gotta do something about that. You need to get on that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about the announcements to come on.
You know, it would be a big help. Get Radix Veram's documentary finished. That will help.
Yep.
That'll help get rid of her. Look at that.
They have little references.
Broadcasting facts on it, or whatever their facts are. Some kind of like propaganda. That's it. Then when he busted that up, like it's like all set up right here, all nice. Like nobody touched that.
Nope.
Like first thing we gotta do is unplug that thing or tip it over.
It's funny because we're watching this, right? And nobody got arrested, even though they're beating the hell out of one another, whatever. Crown Target just brought up the thing about lemonade that now, like when kids go to sell lemonade, like the parents get in trouble, like they get fined because, oh, you're breaking the law. It's like, really? You can't let the kid earn $2? Shut up.
That thing right there. There's the encampment. There's a big broadcast sign right here that was putting up all kinds of like encampment stuff. Like it was talking about like Palestine and stuff like that. So
I thought that was for like just one news thing, but I was wrong.
But I mean, nobody's even near it. And all those people that were coming at him earlier, like just left it alone. They didn't even unplug it. It's like, what? I don't get it.
Oh, yeah, we're working on our governor.
Aerial view. There's something back up here they got on their prayer mat or something. Nobody could get around that side of the building and come in that way.
And that might not look like a lot of tents, but it's a lot of tents.
That is.
There's more than you see there. The tree is covering a whole quarter of them. That thing is packed.
I guess it's people taking shifts or whatnot, guarding the fort. See, they're geared up, man. This isn't just like go home at all. So they were gonna do something here. I thought we were like,
yeah, but what?
But what and but when? How long are they gonna give them to get out? I mean,
the thing is, like, if they start, are they gonna incite the ones that have been waiting?
There's a bunch of stuff they broke away earlier. Right there on the corner.
Oh yeah, you guys should have seen how much stuff they were ripping away. Oh my goodness.
Look, that's how far they walked it from there all the way down to there.
Oh yeah.
Make sure
they weren't giving them a chance to get it back.
But they couldn't
nope.
sneak around the back. They couldn't come over here or something. Look, you could have cut right down through here, gone right around the corner. Wait, hold on. You can't see what I'm doing. Could have gone down through here, right around the corner, came on the back door. I don't know what they were doing. Why that didn't seem possible.
Y'all heard him, right? They didn't do it like New York. New York did a multi-prong attack. That's why everyone's like, why are they going here? Why are they going there? Because they actually have battle strategy. And they know what they're doing. Who got booed at a ball game? Oh, Whitmer? Yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah, booed at the NFL draft. She went up there to... I think she went up there for the Vikings pick for some reason. Why would that
Viking?
Be? Right.
I mean, if she went up for Minnesota, then yeah, I could see why she got booed. Although they might like her there. Who the hell knows?
Hold on.
Hello, Iron Rabbit. How are you?
Yeah, because
I hope you're well.
Rabbit, what's up? Detroit. Went for the Lions. That's right. Because Radix put out a video on it.
Of course you did. Stopping into like, oh, you're so sweet, Rabbit. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping in. Hope you're doing well.
I haven't slept yet, so that's coming soon. Very, very soon.
Look at the aerial view and you can't really tell if anything is going down. But then you look at this view and it's like, that looks like something's going down.
Well, they certainly went back into formation. They all put their gas masks on, which is weird. They didn't have them on before.
I think a lot of some have it off now. A bunch of ramp ups. But I can't tell
if they're near the street or near the encampment. Because they have a whole quad in between. It's like a whole block long in between the protesters. But if they turn around and have to go into that encampment, there's no way they're keeping those people back.
All right. The LAPD has their game plan together. They're heading over to deliver the messages there.
Well,
beautiful wide aerial shot of the lovely eyesore known as the encampment.
God, that looks...
There it is.
There's flea markets that look more appetizing, like inviting. Jesus.
Didn't look that hard to beat, man. They can't believe they couldn't get through there. And they left that giant.
Well, they weren't organized at all. That was the thing. Like you were saying before, if you're gonna do it, tell them what to do. Line them up. Have the first ones rush it, grab something, move back. Now, second wave in, third wave in, fourth wave in, back and forth and back and forth. They were like, let's run, grab one piece and run all the way back and wait 10 minutes. Like, that don't work. It don't work. And we'll just talk smack in between. Like, no. K1 said, is the LAPD doing something safer than what they're doing in Florida or New York? It would say the other takes it isn't it won't happen. That's the thing. Did you watch the Columbia one? Because that was very safe. I saw all these things about police brutality. There was no police brutality. It literally was the calmest arrests I've ever seen in my life. Ever. Mm-hmm. There was nothing. Nobody was manhandled. The only time they had a problem was trying to get to the gate because the other protesters that were protecting the inside protesters were being all ornery with their hands and everything. So you get handsy with a cop, you're going to jail. New York don't play. So they arrested, I think, like 3 people from the front and they carted them off. Everything else was executed like precision and everybody calmly freaking left. They just walked them out and that was it. Nobody gave them a hard time, nothing. Because I think they saw them show up with these like big freaking movable bridges and stuff that they were using to get in second floor windows. Like, and said, yeah, I'll just go to jail. Like, just book me. It's fine. Like, whatever. I'm not going to do this. But yeah, the news were making it out to be, oh my God, the use of force. That was not a use of force. They didn't even break a window. They had an entire team of like 40 guys and girls go into a building from the second floor window. They never broke the window. They just slid it open and they shuffled their way in, even though they had to squeeze. But there was no force. There was no force. It was like, ugh. And they even said there were no injuries. They're like, oh, we'll report on serious injuries later. Never heard a word. The police came out and said there were no injuries. Like, there was no violence. They just went and arrested them, carted them off. That was it. But this was violent. The UCLA was hella violent. They were hitting each other with planks of wood and oh God. The bear mace had to be my favorite part. It was like, oh Jesus. Just huge clouds of it.
I mean, they can't just stand it there all night long, all geared up, right? Something has to happen. Or they're not just there for the rest of their life, right?
No, but
I mean, if they stayed there, never did a thing, it'd go on forever.
They might be able to stand there till everybody loses interest. That might be a goal. They're like, oh, good. People are bored. Nothing's happening. They're going home. The sun is up. They want to go to sleep. They got to go to class. Got to go to work.
They came here to protect us. It's like, we can do whatever we want.
I mean, did I imagine it, or did their logo used to be to serve and protect, right? Or was that just on a TV show and so I just made it up, or did I make it up in my head? Because I thought that's what they used to say on like all the cars, to protect and serve and whatever. Hoboken definitely did. They don't say that anymore.
MLS, do you know? I would think the person who would probably know out of everybody here for sure.
They all got nude and had one big orgy before the fighting. Did you see the drone footage of that? No, sadly, I missed that. I was watching Star Wars.
What? Oh.
Dang it. At the draft. That's not her scene.
Replay.
Yeah, I've been watching things from their sources, like the communist sources, communist feeds, communist independent communist interviewer. So I'm sensing a theme, Kaiwan. I'm just saying. You can read it.
They still got any more of their communist sources out there? I want to see I would like to see what like the inside of the encampment was like. I was thinking about that earlier. Like, just
what do they have in there?
Someone should go undercover in there and like act like they're on their side, but then get a bunch of like interesting footage about how people act when they're in there and what how it's set up, and if they got any kind of system, or who's everybody listening to, why does everybody think they're there. Okay, thanks, Rabbit.
Bye, Rabbit. Love you. You rest, please, girl.
I'm sure she's.
I wish I would have invented those damn zip ties. God, what a simple concept. Right? They make a fortune on it. Ugh. It
Much
hurts my
quicker
heart.
too.
Mm.
Oh yeah, Columbia went over without a hitch, man. That thing was like they were done. They brought that truck in there with the ramp on it. What is it called, a Bearcat or something? And it was all over.
I don't know. That was an impressive
I
vehicle.
had a name for it, but it wasn't so cool that I remembered it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were watching a reporter who didn't know the name of pretty much anything. He was like, I've never seen that in my life in all my years of reporting for New York.
News. I don't know why I'm out here. It's just like.
Yeah. And then he has somebody, the guest on, and goes, oh, yeah, these have been around for New York forever. I was like, oh, well. Guess he showed you.
This
yeah,
looks
the
like
whole.
So much darker.
What?
I mean,
It does.
look at
I don't know why.
quality. This is the AP aerial.
Well, yeah.
Photography. Probably has some kind of
Jesus, he loves to zoom, this guy. Like, stop. Oh my goodness.
But there's a look right here, over here, there's a lot of cops just taking off. Like, all right, we're out of here. And they all just got their orders. All right, go home. Right? And because they all got their equipment off, the game's over here. That's game over. This is the game on. We're still in the same place at the same time, right? They're not. This is live. I'm just making sure I'm like,
oh yeah,
tricking myself here. Well, where are they at?
I don't know. Let me check.
Okay, that's coming from your side, right? Making sure it's live.
Yep. It is.
Okay. It is live. All right.
Yes.
That's just strange. I can't pinpoint any of that activity on this aerial. But it's got to be going on somewhere. I mean, it could be going on down the other end or something. Maybe there is another end on the side. I don't know. You'd think it would be right there in the front, right?
You would think.
Okay, well, how about in the back? Well, there's nobody down in the back either. They keep showing this girl.
Huh.
And they were all lining up right in front of the encampment before.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. U of U, Columbia, American.
They're moving forward. But they sent a bunch of backup home. Thanks for stopping by, MLS. Take care, buddy.
Thanks, hon.
Go. There's other GoPro signs are everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the latest.
We know the cops weren't there earlier, so it's just like, and especially not all like.
No,
this,
the cops got there at got there at 4, and all they did was line up, and they didn't move until 6 a.m. Eastern. So it took them 2 hours of just standing there, and everybody wondering what the hell they were doing. Meanwhile, people were fighting in front of them
that are just chilling. Wait, hold on. There's some people down on this end. Right there. But I don't know. Well, this one's better. There's not a lot of people there to face off with either.
No. I think that's what they're hoping for.
But I mean, they're not doing anything. No, they're not even chanting.
You don't, God. I don't want the chanting to start again.
They don't even have a chant, dude. You can't take them seriously.
No, don't ask for that. You know, I hate the chanting.
Like, where are these people? Are they on the inside here? No way. They're not out in front of it.
I don't know. All the news things are talking about like the fights from last night.
Is it these people? Is it down here? Can you see it down here?
I don't know, but these cops, I mean, I would love to know what
They were
their
all
goals were.
It was like off screen. I think it was so far gone. It was off screen. But what? I just don't get it. Interesting. Nope. That goes all the way down to the stadium. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, all they're talking about are like the violent clashes at UCLA, but that's not going on now. It did.
What a mess.
A lot. I know. Yep.
Medic.
They're just going to be standing around
Signs
for a while.
Supplies everywhere. That's what all those blue tints in the middle are. Can you zoom in on the crowd that's doing this, please?
Right.
Wherever this is. Because this
I
seems to be
guarantee
important.
like 90% of those crowds can't even find Israel or Palestine on a map. Guarantee it.
Kind of a circly thing going on.
Administration, blah, 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 blah. I'm in so much pain for the UCLA community right now. Oh, stop. Non-students came onto our campus and attacked our students and our administration. And campus authorities stood by and watched. They watched as their students were physically beaten and attacked with explosives and chemical weapons. It was a firework that went off in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there was mace. There was bear mace.
Yeah, but it was coming from their side.
Yeah. I'm in so much pain for the UCLA. These people are like, I can't. Sometimes I wonder, like, are we all watching the same thing? It amazes me the different perspectives that come away from watching the exact same thing. Like, that's not what I saw. Really? And what did your lion eyes tell you? Talk to me.
I think Sheriff's just catching up.
You think? Hey, Sheriff.
Are you watching something live? I'll live, but I'll be behind, and then I'll comment on it, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm behind. You know, commenting from the past.
I know that happens to me, like with my chat, because you know I'm always behind.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes when they're behind and I'm behind, it works out. And I'm like, oh, I know what you're talking about. They're like, yeah, sorry about that.
Dude, I'm just like lost. I can't. She usually can figure shit out, but it's like, why can't I find this right here on this right here? Because this is supposed to be live, and it seems like it would stand out at least enough to catch on to where it is.
Judge Maddie said, I mean, boomer hippies suck, but when they protested, they came ready to rock. Yes, they did. And they were usually stoned as fuck to do it. Live from 4 a.m. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, we've been watching this all night, so we haven't slept yet, Sheriff. There were quite a few interesting things on YouTube last night. But we started with Columbia, and then we moved on to Star Wars and another thing. And then we moved on to this. So it was like,
Yeah, well, there hasn't been any gap in this live stream, right? That's the thing. There hasn't been any gaps. And
I know, but there's not a lot out there.
We're not there earlier. They were not there earlier. We saw when they showed up. We were watching when they showed up. We saw before, and then we watched when they showed up. And we watched their progression when they moved forward. where they're at and what they've been doing, and it's still consistent. So I'm not sure. Okay, there's that building.
And we got to be careful. Otherwise, he'll get struck by like the big ones. That's why we can't show those. We have to go with independence.
Plus, they're not doing anything anyways.
Yeah, no.
This is a sign I'm talking about. Like, so I know where this is. That's right there, right here. Right, that's right there. So that's where they are right now.
Oh, somebody got kidnapped.
So it had to be close to that.
Does that say X? Is that somebody's Twitter feed? Because I swore that thing said X at the top.
Maybe.
That would be funny.
Yeah, see, that's there. And maybe that's... See what I'm saying?
That's got to be the school, like, announcement board. This is California. They frou-frou. So it's probably fancy. Like, we had, like, the ones that you had to go put the letters up yourself. They probably just have this. Probably their welcome sign for the campus. Because that is their main entrance to the campus. Where am I hearing birds? Anybody else hearing birds?
Yeah, I hear birds.
Okay. I was wondering if I was going a little loopy. I am tired.
What time is it in California? 8, 7, 6,
It's almost 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so that's probably
almost 6.
The sun be coming up. Okay, that feed just totally went to crap.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Maybe that feed was just off. Maybe that's why I couldn't figure out what was going on. Maybe it was from like the other day, earlier in the day. I don't know. It's great. Maybe the cops were there to set up barriers earlier today and talk about what they would do. That's why.
You sleep at 10 p.m., Sheriff? Cool. I wish I could. I wish I could. Yeah, if I wasn't a YouTuber, I probably no, I'd still be up at night. That's just my rhythm. I'm just always up at night. It took you years to detox. I believe it. I do believe it. All I know is I am not going to make it to my own stream. So, because I can't. I got to sleep. When this is over, I got to sleep. Huh?
You already canceled that stream earlier.
I didn't even book it because we were busy watching the Columbia thing. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to, because I was too amped up. Because I was like, oh my God, they're going to be cracking heads and everything. They didn't do shit. They went in. It was so nice and calm. That's why I'm like, brutality. I was waiting for brutality. There was none of it. None of it.
Scaffolding.
I was like, I'm sorry, but
to move.
What are you
different sides of the line.
You think they're mobilizing?
I mean, doing something. They can't leave them sitting there all night long. But I mean, I'm just like, who are they going to move on? The encampment is behind them, and they're facing the other way. So again, they've geared themselves up for something.
I don't know. Huh?
See? So that's finally got a good angle on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like, what are they rushing forward for? Like, who's talking that they're all like trying to get somebody on to talk? They're trying to record somebody.
Okay, it's on that one little side.
It's on that one side where all the people were congregating on that little hill. And that's where the steps are. They go up to, I think, a second tier of the college, like a raised tier. Whereas the other side, I don't know that there were steps. I think that was just like a little knoll. But yeah, this side is definitely the side with the steps.
Looks like just holding back a bunch of journalists. On this side, I don't know what people are waiting on.
I have no idea. Somebody's, I'm guessing, is coming out to talk.
There's no talking about that. I mean, it's either you're going to pack up and get off the campus or not.
I don't understand the tolerance that they're being shown. Because these are not peaceful. You know, they're barring students from getting their education that they paid for. They're intimidating people on campus, which I thought everybody had like zero tolerance for that, right? Something was funny.
So I started feeling like something was going to happen. Now I'm starting to feel like nothing's going to happen. But why are they just standing there? I mean, with gas masks on. Why do you have a mask on, dude? Talk to the crowd.
Maybe just because they were getting closer and everybody else has been getting maced. Maybe they put it on as just a precaution.
Let this guy go through. That's the guy they're all looking at. Hey, dude. Can I get a selfie?
For real.
Yeah, see, they're just doing what's going on. This guy's getting to walk around.
They're standing on freaking like tables and shit.
Yes, you guys are making such a difference.
They keep putting up their damn hands. Like, you already have a friggin' thing wrapped around your face. I love the cowardice. We are going to stand and do this, but we're not going to show our faces.
And destabilization. And yeah, it does absolutely nothing that it's intended to do.
Mm-hmm.
It does everything. Yeah, it does a bunch of things that the people that are involved with it most of the time don't even realize. To them especially. I mean, this is the biggest exercise of mind control you could ever. If you didn't think mind control was real, just look at these people tonight. I'm telling you, yeah. I mean, do these look like college students either? I mean, we're not looking in the camp for what it's worth.
That lady's getting loud again. She got loud before. She was in the cop's face.
But I've seen plenty of people in the encampment that don't look like college kids.
These protest organizers are not even students in any of the schools they're trying to manipulate the kids at. No, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true. But they used to say, get them while they're young. Get them while they're young and impressionable and stupid. And if there's one thing I remember about me in college, I was stupid.
Are your ears burning, dude?
Oh.
Look at this dude in the back. This guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
He's like in his 50s.
Yep.
We got another angle here.
Okay. And I'm listening to this one over here.
Look at this dude. He don't go to college there. Or that chick. She didn't go to college there. She works in the little cafeteria or something. I mean, she's coming back to get her degree after living most of her life, one or the other. But I mean, I don't understand why the cops think they need to be there right now. Maybe it's more of
I don't know, but the crowd is arguing with them.
They're probably like, why aren't you doing something about these idiots? That's what I'd be saying.
Like, you got us all the way back here.
Mm-hmm.
We're being respectful. Go take care of them. They're not respectful.
We're getting woolly. Not really, though. And none of these guys have gas masks on.
No, they're away from the back. They're away from the encampment. I wonder if the encampment smells. It probably does. They've been there for days.
Oh, yeah. Shizzy, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Hey,
man?
Shiz. What's up?
Really
It's a
nice
U raid. Awesome.
U-raid. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Cynthia, Real Fire 42. What's up?
Hey, Cynthia. What's up?
Welcome all the Shizzy Wiznut Raiders.
Yes.
So
Welcome,
happy.
Raiders.
We've been watching all the excitement here. Well,
We're hoping they're either going to do something or wrap up.
Yeah. Let's see if we can tell we're going to end.
It's like shit or get off the pot. Let's go.
They move barricades around. But earlier, it was wild when there was no cops there. There was just two sides going at each other. They had a very organized and civil standoff of some kind. But yeah, it got kind of crazy at times, but nobody did anything outlandish. You know, nobody.
Which one are you talking about? Columbia?
No, that one was just a well executed, by the cops. That was just done. We're done.
I think that was the most polite I've ever seen a New York cop be.
How you doing? Thank you so much.
Hey, Zach. Aw, so sweet. Thank you, honey.
And this is for you. Thank you for the $5. Zach, you rock it, man. You rock. So happy you're here.
Thank you for that, honey.
We've been up all night watching this thing, and we started streaming a couple hours ago. Right when the cops showed up, I was like, "Oh man, they may be there to take the encampment down," and now it's just been confusing ever since. But it's been entertaining at best. We saw some highlights from it. Daria, am I saying that right? Okay, no, I'll thank Shizzy for you guys. You guys are awesome. Hey, Marshall, how's it going?
Hey,
welcome.
What's up?
Did I catch everybody?
Yeah, I was gonna go to bed, and he was like, "Oh yeah, no, we're streaming." I was like, "What? What?" Oh, okay.
Hi to Cynthia. Awesome. Retired fire department 42. Is that right? Cool. Yeah, so we're not sure. We got a couple different views here going on, but we're not sure from which, if there's ever going to be any trouble or if they're going to actually do anything or just stand around. I don't know.
They moved back into formation after standing around like doing a circle jerk for the longest time. And then they put on their gas masks. And then they just stood around in formation with gas masks on. It's like, okay, that was a letdown. Like, can you do something?
Do something.
Dance, monkey. Come
on. I'll
on.
put the gas masks on. I think things were going to start to okay,
right?
we got
You're like, oh, it'll
crowd.
kick up.
Now let's get rid of these guys while we're here. Then we saw some people leaving. It's really hard to tell. And we don't have a lot of people on the ground for this. So we only got a couple camera angles, and the people that are showing it right now aren't really narrating much. So
no. You should have seen them though when they were like throwing the water bottles at one another, and they're pulling wood off the barricade off the to expose the encampment. But the bear mace was definitely my favorite. Just huge clouds of that stuff, and the guy's like, I'm like, move, stupid. Like, what is wrong with you? I think that's mace. Yeah, I think you're right. Like, I think you're right. Stupid. And of course, on Twitter, it was like, oh, the authorities moved in and used chemical weapons. No, they didn't. That was the people doing that to each other. It was very tit for tat. One would come out and then the other would come out. And then the other would come out. It was back and forth. It was like watching tennis. I hit you, now you hit me. Now I hit you, you hit me. It was, ugh.
Yep.
These people don't know how to do riots.
So I'm not sure, now they're chilling. It's like, it's interesting because at one moment you'll think something's happening and then next
and then they look like this.
Over. Yeah.
What they look is sweaty. Is what they look like.
See, these guys have gas masks on. Like some of them do, some of them don't. So I don't know if that they're required. Maybe they're a special unit. And they have the orange band on their helmet. And they're required to wear them. But now they're going to push the people that are just there to record back even more.
Oh yeah, they're going to trigger this lady, and she is not having it.
I mean, that's the best they can do. They got a whole encampment full of people that shouldn't be there. They're not. They seem to be. Okay, let's put it this way. At UCLA, what seems to be happening now, from my best I can tell from this perspective, is that the cops are there to protect the encampment. Whereas in Columbia today, the cops rolled in, they'd taken over what it was, a dormitory or a library or something. It was something like that.
At Hamilton Hall.
Hamilton Hall Court. Yep.
Hamilton Hall.
Look at this dude.
They renamed it with the Palestinian.
None of these people are college. None of these people are college students. None of them. Come on, you got to be.
I wonder if like there's faculty mixed in there. You had a lot of boomers walking around when they were fighting hand to hand, going around with their hands up, like, "Hey, hey, hey, everybody, calm down." It was like, "Who are you? Get out of the way!" Like, just let them, because they're gonna kill you, dude. Like, why are you there?
Right. Yeah.
They're letting more of them in or out.
Well, Columbia, though, Columbia was a smooth operation. They rolled in. They didn't look too affordable at first, but they rolled in. They pulled in the special vehicle, and instead of trying to go in through the barricaded front doors, what they did was they pulled this truck up that had like a ramp on the back of it, and they could escalate, and they just raised it up to the second level and went into the window up there. It's like, okay. They started rolling in, and I mean, they didn't have any issues at all. People came out in cuffs. The worst thing that was happening was like a lot of people had to stay wherever they were when this started. So people were like in other dorms or just had to get in someplace quick or run the risk of getting arrested. And so they were stuck in these other places they couldn't leave for hours.
And they're like, "Oh, I need heart medication."
It's finals week, so a lot of them couldn't get to the, for one, they couldn't study at all because hell was outside. But two, their materials or laptops would be back in their dorms, and they weren't there yet, so they had to wait until whenever to get let loose to go study.
They started the damn music again.
I can't hear it.
I had to turn mine down because I can't. I just can't. Guys, remember, if you're not subscribed, it's free. And if you enjoy this content, do us a favor. Hit that sub button at the bottom or hit follow on Twitter or on Rumble. And like these streams. It's been a long night, y'all. A long night.
Yep. I'll tell you what, I'll drop my other links in the chat. There's show on Rumble and X going on right now too. If you use
there you go.
Look on Rumble. X as
Riot
well.
Light, just go home. Jariah, is that your name? Jariah? I agree. Like, if you're not gonna like really get in it and like quench my thirst, like why do it? I feel so disappointed tonight. I'm like, I was ready for like mayhem. I was like, all right, you're not going to catch me by surprise.
Yeah, but it could have gotten better. What we
I've
really
seen
wanted
better.
to see was the encampment lose and have to like this. So
I'm gonna have to wait till Friday night for my violence with WrestleMania.
The good news is that eventually it'll happen.
Oh, where they going? They're going for a stroll. They took their helmets off.
They're just going to keep pushing them back. I'm like, cool. Are you guys going to do anything but push us back? I mean,
well, see, like, look at the other one. They're just strolling across the quad now.
I would be
I'm thinking they're,
it's all about putting the riot squad together to back up a bunch of like.
Why don't you care about the majority of Palestine? Who's running that?
I don't know. These guys are posing for a picture.
Oh yeah.
That time. The eye couple.
I can't. I want to make a Starsky and Hutch kind of like really derogatory joke, and it's just not happening. I'm too tired.
Oh man. Oh well.
It's like Barkley and Hutch. Like I can't. That one dude, he looked like Louis Anderson a little bit, but like Louis Anderson light.
I'm Louis Anderson.
He's like, oh god damn it, I'm on camera. Let me walk off. Like this is not the most form flattering color on me.
So these guys are like, we got to go last.
Mm-hmm. They're like, can we go home? Are we done yet? Is my shift over? Who wants McDonald's for breakfast? I mean, they were hanging out at the Chick-fil-A earlier that night. That's where all the cop cars were.
Everybody's getting paid that's out there right now. There's a lot of people getting paid just to stand around.
Oh, hell yeah. And they're getting paid a lot.
And not tear down the encampment. I mean.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole lack of anything. They went through all this just to restore status quo? That was it?
I'm guessing. I don't know.
Because that's ridiculous. It's just going to happen again tomorrow night.
Look behind you on this. They got a big old embroidered sign up there. They got the big screen going. None of that got touched either. They were just a little
big propaganda stream. Might as well call it their bias TV. Here, let us tell you what you should think. Oh, that's college? Okay, I'm glad I went when I went then. Because it wasn't like that.
Did someone actually finally get arrested?
Night, K1. You got to go to work. I don't have one of those. This is my job. So I'm already here. Have a good day, honey. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. I know he does too. Always good for conversation.
Mm-hmm. This seems to be, look, they got, these are all neatly stacked now down here. Very neatly stacked.
Are those more gates? When the hell did they move those in? Did you see them bring those in? I didn't see them bring those in.
No, can't be everywhere. I thought they just like started stacking them up from earlier. Like, that's been a mess. Yeah. They're very neat when they come back. Like, I don't even know what they're doing right now.
Who goes out and gets the plywood? And where are they keeping it? They keep coming up with more and more freaking plywood. I mean, they did do a really good job getting a lot of it away because that thing was completely solid before. They had multiple gates up. They had tons of plywood, like side by side, overlapping to make like this really like thorough shield around themselves. And they just, the other protesters attacked that piece by piece by piece. It was great. I don't care who's standing for what. Camping out like that is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. They're barring other students who don't want to be involved in this bullshit from going to class and getting their education that they're paying top dollar for. Could you imagine you have to take out student loans to go here and then you're paying your student loans till you're like 100 and you didn't get half the education that they promised you because of bullshit like this? That would make me mad. They're like, I got to pay for my life and you didn't teach me shit.
Here's what it looked like earlier. Can we rewatch some of this? Oh, hold on, where to? Right here. Oh, wait a minute.
You keep clicking on mine.
All right, I got it. There we go. Yeah, this is from earlier. In case you missed it, I'm just kind of stopping in. This was like before the cops got there. And
hey,
this is
Cynthia.
earlier on. Oh yeah, this is where you went to college? Wow.
And see, that's one of the things I said. I said it's a shame what they're doing, because I mean, when I went looking for colleges to go to when I was, young, that was one of the things that struck me, was how beautiful all these campuses were. And a lot of them are so like historic. They have like really old architecture, and they're so well kept and maintained. And then you see shit like this. And it's like, wow, way to ruin it.
Okay, so this is the two groups earlier, before the cops got there. This is how it was going down. And so this one group was coming in, and they were trying to pull the plywood and the barriers away from the encampment, right? And they would just go back and forth and have these little mini battles, right? And they go, come on, let's drag it. And they go as far as they could, and they would take the material far away so they couldn't reuse it. And then occasionally the scrap would break out. But they never really made that much progress. It looked good at times. They certainly could have made a lot more progress if they had focused and kind of, thought about it a little bit more and said, okay, we need to get at least 3 to 4 pieces a minute, and then we can keep up with the pace. But you see, the problem is like, and what they don't really show you is behind those easy ups, right? That's just like gate barriers, right? Behind those easy ups, there's people running materials up from the back, like new wood, new barriers, whatever, and they're replenishing them, right? So you have to go faster than the supply chain can run. And you can see where, there was no fire being used. There was no sharp objects, a lot of blunt objects, man. You can throw stuff, you can spray stuff, but there's no cutting, no shooting, no fire bombing, none of that stuff. None of that stuff. There's a little bit of that, a little bit of this, right? A little bit of overindulgence. But you see, the people would back up. I was like, what are they worried about? That the people on the right side were completely in control of, they had the ability to attack as needed, right? Their job was to dismantle it. This guy's using a dustpan, I think, to hit this guy. So that was not very smart. So it's like, that's almost like WWE. I don't know. If they're trying, why are you going to use a dustpan? You can just grab a stick. If you really want to do something, why are you using a dustpan? Well, that's more like it to, kick them down to the ground. But, it still never got like overly crazy. I've seen worse footage coming out of an elementary schools when 12 kids beat up one at the, and kick them. And
right. Oh my God, I was thinking that. I was like, oh my God, they can totally learn from the kids that beat people up in school.
Worse than this. I mean, look at how much time that, like, in between bouts they're just doing that. And then there's a bunch of people standing back and like a couple people up front, that are like, okay. So I don't know if it was a strategy, as that's how they're supposed to be doing it, or whether it's just like, they're real sloppy and the other side's super organized, and they've obviously got the whole building a camp and occupy defensive philosophy and shit down, right? They got the whole thing down. They did manage to get all the umbrellas, though. I think they managed to get all the umbrellas and a good amount of plywood. A good amount of gates too, but they just could never break through. And I think if they had just learned the value of teamwork, they could have.
I don't really think they had the numbers that once they broke through, they would have any success. I think they would have got trounced.
There's just something odd about it. Like, you can see everything kind of moving and shifting in the background there.
There's also, you got to be cautious too, because they can't see beyond that barrier. So they have no idea what's on that other side of that wall, what's waiting for them. They're out in the open.
It's like, why didn't they just go around? Like, here's some people thinking smart. Let's just go around this tree and get to the edge and start messing the edges up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Start messing the edges up, man. You start pouring in the backside of it, it's over. Like, why didn't that's what I don't understand. I mean, they're obviously trying very hard here, but
Yep. And
I
what
think
did
they
they
did.
keep doing? The Palestinian side kept putting out women and like old women. And it was like, really? That's who you're sending out because you think they're not going to get attacked? How long have you been in this country? Nobody gives a shit. Like,
Yeah, it's like
they're
it's like
going to give you
micro
one
battles.
chance and then you're getting hit with something.
It's about micro battles here. It's like micro battles, micro encounters, but like nothing ever got done. You see all these people down here working like bees, like they're all coming back up here, bringing more stuff up. You know, they're all singing at the same time. I don't know. So
It was very like petty fighting, like little itty bitty outbursts. And it was just like, it was very tit for tat. Like, it was like, okay, tag, you're it, tag, you're it, tag, you're it. It was like, ugh. Like, just either, like I said, shit or get off the pot. Like, do something or go home because then this is pointless.
And they started making some
not
progress
getting
for
anywhere.
a while. They started making some progress for a while. Some more people got dragged into the crowd here and beat on. I don't know. They all walked away. Like nobody was ever, unable to walk away from anything. There was never more than, one or two people on a person at a time. There wasn't this mob kind of like, all right, kill them. Nothing like that. But they were able to get a lot of material away from them. And they were able to back them up across this whole sidewalk, right here. Because when they started out, they were in front of the sidewalk right here.
And they were like 3-4 people deep.
Right. And the cops came and set up another barrier of another row of barriers on the other side of the sidewalk. So the sidewalk was barriered out, That was long after the fact. You see, what happened is when the cops showed up, all these guys are doing all this stuff right here. They all ran back, right? And they all welcomed the cops thinking they were going to do something and they were trying, like, hey, we're with you guys. Those guys hate you. And then the cops just walked over there and they didn't do anything for the longest time. Then when they finally did go over there, they faced the guys that were waiting and welcoming them there, hoping they would tear down the encampment. And that's what happened. So that's on a loop there. So we saw all of it.
Thank you, Wolfram. Yes, all of these are opinions. That's all they are. Nothing is meant to be advice. Nothing is meant to be legal advice or medical advice or professional advice or advice of what to do in a riot, a protest, or any other kind of social experiment that you take part in. Purely opinion, of which we have a lot.
And again, they didn't do anything to the giant screen that was back there.
Nothing. Nothing. Rabbit said she remembers the police using fire hoses and tear gas in the 60s. Right? I mean, that's what they used to do. She said college should either refund the tuition.
Agreed.
Or protect the students wanting to go to class. Yeah. Colleges have an obligation to protect all the students' rights. Yep. Not just the loudest ones. I agree. I absolutely agree. And they're not going to do shit. What are they going to do? Oh, you're on academic suspension or you're expelled. Yeah, whatever. They're going to but we're keeping your money. Okay. These kids will be back in class. I have exams. Should have thought of that before you did the encampment. Now, this happened tonight.
In case you missed it, here's Columbia, where they just rolled the
this was great.
Truck up and then just went up the second story window and went in the window.
Those are beautiful buildings. When they brought that truck out, I was like, oh, bye-bye gate, which is sad because it's like a 10-foot wrought iron gate. It's a gorgeous set of gates. And I was like, if they stampede through that, that's heartbreaking because that shit is old. And instead they went to the building next door, went in the window. They didn't even break the window. That's how awesome they were. They jimmied the window open and it didn't go up all the way. So they just all squeezed in. They lined up on that little ramp. A couple got in and they helped the others in. They congregated. They remembered to turn on the light because they already know you're there. And they went in, they took care of cleaning out the top floor. This was supposed to be exam time. These kids have already lost 3 years because of because of COVID. They already went hybrid and online. None of them are supposed to be like have to go to class. That's the thing. And it's like, oh, good. So at the end, when you want to ask your teacher questions, nope. Here's your online thing. Okay, bye. I'm taking the rest of the year off. I'll send you your grade in the mail. Like,
so that's how Columbia did it right there. That's how the NYPD did it. They just all streaming in through the window, and they took care of business that way. And in California, they showed up and helped the encampment, the people that were trespassing.
Yes, which makes no sense. Well, like I was saying, this was tonight. I wonder what's going to happen with Portland, because they said that University, I think it's the University of Portland, they took over a whole building, and they've created like this huge wall like this, like they had here, all around the building. It looks horrible. And they have the okay from the dean, apparently, or the president of the college to do that. And I'm like, wait, what? She's like, oh, just leave. Like, what? No, come on. But the people that like go to school, they're like, no, like we're not. So things are going to wind up escalating there very quickly, I feel. There's no way. That's going to be the next one. That's going to be the next one. I believe it. I mean, if they just done like Texas and Georgia, go and just take them out. All of that footage from Georgia just made me so happy. When that trooper went in, just picked that dude up that I thought was a girl, and just picked him up just by one leg, by the neck, and out we go. Like, it's hot out here. You are making me sweat. I ain't dealing with this bullshit. Like, boy, this is Georgia. No, we don't play that here. Texas just went in and beat the hell out of everybody and was like, all right, go home now. Let everybody out. And everybody left. They can't build a barricade to save their lives. The barricade was actually really thick before. The one that the kids built. The one that the pro-Palestinian side built. It was really thick. They had like double gates. They had tons of plywood, like really close together. So it was a nice kind of like shield, almost like snakeskin, like one layer on top of the other. And it would have been fine, but they were able to slowly, like they were picking at weak points. They'd start at one end, then they hit the middle, then they go back to the end, then go to the other end, then go back to the middle. But they were doing it too slow. Winning was very like, come on. He had a whole game plan. He was very excited about it. I was like, yes, I know you would have had that shit down like that. And you would have, because they did. They took way too long. Way too long. Just like, let's go take a piece each. Okay, let's see what they do. No, like, you got to strike when the iron is hot. Just keep taking stuff. Let's go. I just want it to be over. I'm not rooting for one side or another. I think it's all ridiculous. I don't think it does a goddamn thing. I don't think half these people know what they're there protesting. And the other half of the people that are there for clicks. They're like, oh, I'm going to get this on. I'm going to be on YouTube. One guy said, I'll sell it to the news. I was like, right? No, you're not. Like, the news will take it, but I'm not entirely sure you're going to sell it.
So they pushed these people back a minute ago.
These protesting kids will soon be in the workforce as teachers. You're not kidding. And the whole 18-year-olds are now level 14-year-olds. You are a very optimistic person if you think that. I guarantee they are not at 14-year-old level, not even socially. Academically, maybe 8 or 9 at best. I don't think they go beyond 3rd grade level. It used to be 5th grade level was like the height that you tried to get them to. Now, no, I don't think they're even 3rd grade level. I had a whole year of kindergartners who knew nothing. They not even like to write a letter, just a letter. At least usually when they come to kindergarten, they know their alphabet. These kids didn't even know their alphabet. Like to say it. They didn't know the song, like nothing. They knew everything about Peppa Pig and all that bullshit. But anything academic, nope. They didn't even know how to tie their shoes. Half of them weren't potty trained yet. It was like, oh, okay. I didn't know I was teaching pre-K, but all right. Yeah, they're way behind. Way behind. Those remote years were devastating. I can't stress enough the damage that was done to these kids in that time. And they just trained them to stay out of school. You know how hard it is to get a kid to go back to school once they've had like a quote unquote year off? And then they send them back with the laptops. There's no more writing in notebooks. Oh, God forbid. Oh, no, put the laptop on your desk. That was not what was supposed to happen. Like they were supposed to know how to use laptops, but not use them all day long. Teachers find it's just easier because they don't have to deal with paperwork and they don't have to, everything just gets submitted and they could just log it right then and there and see who didn't send it. And it's, yeah, no. That was a huge disservice done to kids. Huge disservice. I couldn't stay with all the woke stuff coming in and then how far behind the kids were. I was like, no. They don't want you to teach them either. They just want you to teach them like about, Sotomayor and, Michelle Obama and all these wonderful POC women. And I'm like, really? This is my whole year? Like, because I don't even want to spend a day on this crap, let alone a whole freaking year. That was the social studies lesson for the entire year. Strong women of POC. Like, okay. Weird. I say arm the Palestinians in their own country and let them protect themselves. I mean, send everybody back. Get them the hell out. Everybody who don't belong here, boot them out. Bye. Bye. Yeah, Cynthia, I'm not against protests. I'm against pointless protests. This is just all political. This is ridiculous. This doesn't affect what they're doing. Half these people don't even go to this school. This is not run by them. These kids couldn't organize their way out of a lunchroom. They're going to organize something like this? Stop. Canada's pretty good with the high school graduation rate. Oh my God, I agree about the kids not seeing faces because of masks. Yeah, these kids don't know how to decipher expressions. They have no idea. And they really don't know how to fix their face because they didn't have to pay attention to their own expressions. So it's like, you're like, you're lying to me. How do you know? I can see it on your face, literally. Like, I literally see you lying. You're agreeing, but I'm harsh. I'm harsh? You think I'm harsh? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry, not sorry. It's all right to be harsh. Sometimes you got to be a little too brutally truthful. It's in the name. Are they yelling on your
the wrong
side
mic
too?
on? No, you just have to imagine her. You just have to imagine it, what she says in Dolly Parton's voice, and then it comes across perfect.
Thank you, sweetie.
It's the Jersey.
Always nice to have backup from a friend. Thank you. I'm not that bad. Yeah, see, God didn't strike me dead. So, see, that's true. Granted, I didn't sneeze, but, whatever. All right. It don't look like they're doing anything. What are they, like? Do you see any difference?
No, I'm not quite sure what they're trying to accomplish here.
No. It's like now they're just, like, standing around like, hey, whatever. I see the sun is coming up. At least I think that looks like the sun coming up. Could be a street light or whatever.
Yeah.
I wish I knew what direction they were friggin' facing.
They're in that middle area, kind of like on the edge, like on the edge of where the encampment is.
Dolly Parton's with people's dumb. Oh, ain't you sweet? Yeah. Just make me into Dolly and I sound fine.
Yeah. Exactly. You don't stop. You shouldn't be on that campus if you're not a student. Totally agree.
And I mean, how does this prepare these people for life? Because you can't just go out and well, I mean, you can go out and say whatever you want, but be prepared to get punched in the face for it. It's not like you have carte blanche to just do whatever the hell you want. There are consequences. It might not be a lawful consequence, but there are nature's consequences. People will hurt you. It's always, oh, you hurt my feelings. What about you? Whose feelings are you hurting? They don't think about that. It's all about me, me, me. They're very egocentric. What are they yelling? I hear chanting. I just can't make out what they're saying. They were coming up with some snappy ones earlier, but I still hate it.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Senator.
That's who they're holding back. Yeah, they're just pulling this small group back. You don't scare us, what they're saying.
You don't scare us.
And oh yeah, they're back to free Palestine again.
Mm-hmm. Free Palestine.
They'll do that for hours.
From the sea to the river. None of them have probably ever even been there. Or are from there.
Yes. What she said.
We're standing up for humanity. No, you're not. No, you're not. I love that they do this and they're like, no, don't photograph my face. Well, then your bitch ass should not be at a protest that's going public, is it? I mean, that's your fault. You want to stand up for what you believe in? Take all those things off. I agree, Sheriff. Masks were not allowed. You just, And God forbid you have one on when a cop like tried to arrest you. They weren't leaving that shit on. Do you ever remember a cop being like, go ahead, yeah, leave your mask on. I'm going to arrest you anyway. No, they ripped that sucker right off. I want to see your face. They don't know if you're hiding something in your mouth or whatever.
Yeah, they're right in that little corner, the left-hand corner.
Yeah. And that's where, like I said, that's where the steps are that go up to like a higher walkway. And I think, I'm not entirely sure because I couldn't see around the boards, but I think it goes around like down a little hill, a little grassy hill right into their encampment. So maybe that's why they're like super protective of that side. The other one's a lot steeper, and there's no.
They should go over there and do it. They should go over there and do it. That'll show them how effective it is.
Oh, I want all the LGBTQI plus 90 degrees to the power of 12 to all go over there and see what kind of greeting they get. Because they're just like, oh, they love us over there. No, you're against their religion. And the only, consequence for you is death. It's like, oh, death or death. It's not even cake or death. It's just death or death. What do you want? Mm-hmm. Oh, look at you and your little rainbow. And now you bleed like a river. Rainbow to the river. You see? Poetic. Mm-hmm. No, they think they're loved over there. Oh, we'll be accepted. No, you won't. Don't believe the press. No, you won't.
It's all about the optics for them.
God. I love when like these people come out. They're like, the Muslims love the homosexuals. Really? Really? Show me where it says that in the Quran. Show me. Because I'm pretty sure it says the opposite. Maybe they're wearing out finally because their chants are losing their pep.
Yeah.
They were all full of it before. Iron Rabbit, I'd still protect them from the reality. They literally don't understand from river to sea means death of your enemy. They don't care either. That's the thing. They need to go to. I don't know. I think this whole generation and the generation before them, they need a good dose of reality. I think they need to deal with consequences because they don't, because we coddled them. Gen X overcompensated for having shitty childhoods. So we our kids were, oh my God, I love them. They're the best. I'm not going to yell at them. I'm not going to this. And then we went too far. we went too far. Hopefully it's coming back around, but I doubt it. That's all right. Life will teach them the hard lessons. We all learn them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're moving? Oh, they're moving. Why are they moving? Like, where are you going? Oh, they're going to start. Everybody's got to move. Oh, good.
Time to move this way, guys. Okay. Yep.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they want them to go the fuck home. All right, sun's coming up. Y'all are going to get rowdy once the sun is up. Come on, keep pushing them back. Push them back. Got to herd them like cats. Let's go.
Go back.
Come on.
Yep.
All right, Rabbit. We'll probably still be here. The water hurt. Oh, Rabbit went to protest in the 60s. Of course you did, honey. I expect no less from you. Little rebel you. This generation just riding high on the 70s generation. They're moving towards something. I hope so. I hope so. Because I look at them and this stupid is real. Like, it's not even a lack of education. It's a disconnect from everything that goes on in real life. They've created this weird, like, bubblish, like, internet life where they think that's real. And it's just like, no, it's really not. It's a lot harder out here. It's hard out here for a pimp. But yeah, they think that's real life, and it's not. I mean, what are they doing? I turned the volume up on mine. It just gets to be a bit much when I can hear both of them. It's confusing. Then I'm trying to like talk and do chat. It's like, oh. Civil rights was a real thing. Yes, absolutely it was. And it was a much needed thing. This was not necessary. None of this was necessary. And if we just kept our nose at other people's business and took care of this country, we wouldn't have this crap going on.
That chick's been there for hours, standing there in the front row, just standing there. Keep showing her like over and over again. Yep, it's me.
I did feel bad for that old lady that got hit a bunch of times with the water bottles, but I mean, she put herself there. Hey, Grimmy. Diversity is our strength. There's no way you said that with a straight face. There's no way. Internet life. So if I am 5'6" at the shoulders, that make me a dire? Sure does. Sure does. Just keep both your ears.
There you go.
I wouldn't want to be a direwolf. None of them had a really good fate. I mean, if you think about it, none of them. They didn't make it so hot. Wolfram of House Stark. They're confusing civil rights with world politics. Yeah, they do that. They conflate everything.
So I think that I think the strategy is going to be just to push the people back that they have there as far as they can in a little at a time, and they're not going to touch the encampment at all. Because there you have it.
I really did think they'd go for the encampment once the sun came up. Because then it would be hard for anybody to like hide from them or whatever. You wouldn't have people running off in the dark, unable to run after them. And in the light, they might be a little less brave because, oh shit, you can see me. Is that a Yoda face? No, stop. No, my eyes are seeing things. Oh my goodness. I was like, what is that?
That, I swear, was from earlier. But again, it gets a little weird here. Now they're doing different stuff.
Please go home. But who's saying it?
Still the same scene.
Are they saying police go home or please go home?
I don't know. But they're getting left alone. I guess that's the push going on over there.
They just pulled out. They were zoomed in. We're not leaving. From the university to the street, America will be free, right? I mean, why not? Why not? And that's the only part that is open and free, is the part from the university to the street. Just that one little spot of campus. They managed to secure like what? Quarter acre? Not even? Ridiculous. This is what these people get paid for. I want no.
Yeah, I don't see why. All right, there's, let's just get out of here.
Thing is, you don't know. I wish they just. It feels like something's gonna happen, which I didn't feel before, but I feel like now they're starting to push. I'm just wondering when they're gonna get pushed back. Because that's what I'm waiting for.
I don't think there's enough people there to push back on them. I mean, only if they go after the encampment, I think, are they going to get any kind of action. I think otherwise,
that's what I'm hoping.
Humbly step backwards, whatever they're asked to, and they're going to keep going until they get them all the way to where they want them. Because they got it rolling down the sidewalk like this. They got cops in the grass, so you can't sprawl out into the grass and get around them. They're just like, hey.
There's not enough people left on the pro-Israeli side to really do much anything.
Yeah, they all left. That's why I'm trying to wonder who these people were besides just media.
Although all they need is a text, and I guarantee 3 minutes they'd all be back.
Yeah, these guys are still all getting masked up. Like, you're not going to use your gas, dude. It's just these guys. It's like, just that one dude there in the orange hat.
Yeah.
he's doing all the talking.
They're doing extra anti-Semitism. They seem very third right. I mean,
they're on the wrong side. That's what must be a confusing moment for Nazis in this situation. They're definitely not going to be the ones on the pro-Israel side. So, maybe they're referring to the police. Could be. Look at the helicopter.
We're gonna be all right. Nobody cares about that. They really don't. God, what are the families of these
That
people?
kid was there earlier. The the white hoodie guy. I remember him from earlier.
Let this be a lesson. Without U.S. funding, the Jews and Arabs just yell at each other. It's true. They throw
Where
a
are these
couple
guys
bottles,
from?
maybe set off a firecracker, and that's about it. That's all they did.
Where are these guys going? They're back on the grass. So they're just backing up for the next little sprint. That's that. All right. I think I've seen enough.
He just positioned him somewhere like, here, you stand here, you stand here.
Right.
Oh. I don't know. The elevator. The helicopter is hovering. I can hear that.
They're like, can we go home yet? Please.
Well, I mean, they keep showing this doughboy. I mean, I can't. They keep showing him.
Yeah.
I don't know. The cop just repositioned everybody on the grass. He was like literally moving them where to stand. It's funny. Every time anybody chants anything, all I hear is fuck Joe Biden. That's all I hear. Doesn't matter what they say. I think my brain just prefers that chant. Mm-hmm. Free speech, but defending Israel has become a problem. Oh. That's with anything that they don't like, right? Anything they don't like suddenly becomes hate speech. And when I say they, I mean like the powers that be. Come on, he has the best donut. Who has the best donuts? Who has the best donuts? I'm so confused, Enya. Don't do that to me. I haven't slept, girl. I mean, technically, yeah, welcome to Coffee and Chaos with T3 and Winning Reality. That's
Hello.
us. There, I did my show. I hope you were happy with it. The pudgy cop. Oh, yeah, he does. He probably does know where the best donuts are. Okay, now they're all walking away.
All right.
They were the ones on the hill that were just spectating.
Yeah, this is, yeah. I don't know. I tell you what we can do is we can keep an eye on it. And if it does heat back up, do another protest TV. Because I can jump on and do these all day long.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping.
We got the new show. So, well, yeah, no worries. But as things start heating up, we'll keep an eye on these things. It'll be fun to watch. We'll see what comes of it.
What's she yelling about?
Let's see. Nothing.
She just walked off screen. She was screaming into the bullhorn.
I see.
I don't know why when people don't know how to use a bullhorn, they think yelling into the bullhorn makes them louder. It just makes them completely incoherent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look, they're finally taking their helmets off. Good job, guys. You stood around great. You did a really good. Everybody enjoyed their riot day.
Y'all got the best strolling gait in freaking LA. Unintelligible. Thank you, Grimmy. I couldn't think of a goddamn word.
Yeah, you got it.
I wonder if he's handing out Krispy Kreme. He ain't sharing his food. Does he look like he shares his food, Wolfram? I mean, let's be honest. I want to think the best of people too, but no, that cop don't look like he shares shit. except his opinion. I saw the video of the music industry lawyer and the Uber driver. He starts yelling that the guy was being racist because he and the family was Jewish. No lie, the dude points at his own nose. He's like, who's anti-Semitic? You see this schnoz? Get out of my cab. Like, get out of my car. That's hilarious. Rabbit said, I want to protest. My chickens are rioting or begging for more food. Aww. Just sick the feral cat on them. That's all. Start a fight. I want to start a fight. Na, 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 na,
Guys,
na.
thank you so much for joining us on this pop-up edition. That's Protest TV, the first of its kind. We really do appreciate it. I promise you that next time we'll start earlier. And hopefully,
Sorry about that.
Hopefully next time they'll tear down the encampment. All right. So
oh God, I hope there is no next time for this. God, give me a different.
I have a feeling it's going to be all summer. So
yeah, I know. I have a feeling.
At least school won't be in session, and kids won't like have their exams and all the hard work they put in all year long screwed up by somebody else. That's not cool.
Yeah. No. Oh, and yeah, I got it wrong. Well, I am tired. Summer of love.
Summer of love.
Summer of 2x4s is what it's going to be. Summer of 2x4s and bonfires in the middle of, the gap. Like, it's like, sure, why not? Oh, they're just going to set all the... Can you imagine if they tried to set the college on fire? Everybody would be high.
I know, but I'll be back later this evening for Unveiling Reality.
Yes.
I do have a show tonight, so I'm going to go get some sleep.
Yes. Which one is it? It's on?
It's called Deprogramming the Heart Conspiracy Grift Forever. It's part of the...
Don't forget I sent you that
Deprogramming Grifts Forever series. So we're going to do that.
I like it. It's fun.
You're going to get a tour from this top secret... it's really not. It's not what everybody makes it out to be. But anyways, we're gonna tour on the inside. We're gonna see these villainous people in there trying to control your minds. You'll be quite shocked at what you see. But especially if you think that it's more than just a research station. But yeah, we're gonna go through it piece by piece, and just like with all the things we do, we'll get to the truth of the matter, absolute base. But I hope you guys will all join me for that. Thanks to all the new people that came over from Shizzy's that joined us tonight, that were part of it, man. Great to see you guys, meet you guys. Hope to see you around. Hope you'll come to some of the other shows that I do. I think you'll enjoy them and find them important. We talk about root cause issues, root cause solutions, and we keep our eyes focused on what we really need to in order to win back the reality, our reality, to have a winning reality, that is, from the powers that be, the corrupt establishment, the unfortunate situation we were all born into, but we have a chance to do something about.
Yeah.
So, boom.
Sorry. I'm tired.
That be that. So until tonight, until next time, until whenever, and thanks for everybody. Thanks for everybody for everything.
Thanks for coming by, guys. It was fun.
All of y'all, keep on winning.
This is a friendship that